Hey, real ones. Welcome back to the Let's Be So For Real podcast. We talk about life, relationships, and the mess in between.
You know it. This is your safe space for honest convos, bad decisions, and real life convos.
If you're new here, I'm Miko.
And I'm Akari. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Grab your bevy and get cozy because today's convo is going to be lit.
Welcome, everyone. We have kind of a long one today. It should be really fun having nice in-depth conversations about the different topics and questions that we have. With that being said, we'll have our guest speakers introduce themselves. Welcome.
Yo, it's me again. I go by Sauce. If y'all remember, I was on episode 2. We back for another one. Look at it.
Welcome.
I'm Jay. Same. I was on episode 2. This one. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
The nonchalant.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'm Sunny. Hello. I didn't know what to say, but like I'm just Sunny. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so weird. Anyways,
Like that.
I'm just Sunny.
Like,
Yeah.
I introduce myself. You know what I mean? It's like, hey.
did you want to introduce the first topic?
Yeah. Okay, real ones. Let's be so for real. Let's get into our first topic, love versus logic. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people go into this like, are we supposed to go into a relationship logically or just for love? And I kind of want to ask you guys, since we have our special guest right now, do you think actually can love survive without compatibility?
I'm gonna let the fellas go ahead and answer that before I put my 2 cents in. I'm gonna let them handle this real quick.
Fellas, you ready for
I'm gonna let y'all handle this real quick before I put my 2 cents in.
Hey, yo. I mean, what you guys think?
Yeah, that's kind of hard. I would say yes, because I mean,
Without compatibility, I feel like that's I don't know.
it's a little bit hard. It can't exist. I mean, is it gonna last long?
Probably not.
I mean, how you gonna know if you're compatible if you don't try to?
Right.
Because like you could love something and be like, yeah, I really like this person, but so far, and then, like, one time you're like, damn, we really not clicking.
Yeah, but how far do you notice that? I feel like a lot of people will love the person but still not be compatible, but still be married for years.
Yeah, true.
So
I would argue that at that point, it's more of a sacrifice than it is a question of compatibility. You know what I mean? Because it's like a lot of you can love somebody and still not have the same values or core attributes that might make you guys gel a little bit better. But is it capable or can love survive without compatibility? I don't think it can survive. It can definitely blossom in that type of environment, but I don't think it can survive.
okay, then let's switch it. Can you not love somebody and still have compatibility?
Yeah, I'll call it friendship.
Or like a marriage where you guys just don't click anymore.
Yeah.
Like after years, it's like the same. Like you guys still love each other, obviously, but like it's not the same.
Yeah, that's
You have for love.
You guys just
You
stuck
have
it
love
through.
for that person, but you can't say that you're in love anymore.
Very interesting. Okay, so then what do you say if you can love and if love can survive without compatibility, then is it more so of like, is that the right person, just the wrong time? Or if it's more of like, you were not ready during that relationship?
I'd say both. Because it could be right person, wrong time.
All right, this is where I go ahead and
let's get the fellas. I mean, I don't know what you call himself.
Can love survive without compatibility? Yes, it can. Love can exist. Actually, no, I take that back. Love can exist without compatibility, but it will not thrive without it. Right? Love is emotional. Compatibility is more operational. Right? You can love somebody deeply, and y'all still argue about money, time, goals, different communication styles. Right? So it's like love will keep you guys together in the beginning of your relationship, but compatibility determines how long y'all gonna stay together.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with that more so. And I wouldn't say that the saying of the right person at the wrong time to me is kind of like a cop-out answer. Because I feel like if
Cop-out?
Yeah, because I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone, let's say I go to Sunny, I said, oh, we're just not working out, you know, it's not you, it's me type of thing. You know what I mean? I feel like it's that same sentiment because I firmly
it's
believe
not you, it's me type of thing. It's kind of that. I don't think they're the same, to be honest.
I feel like that's different a little bit.
No,
I hear what you're saying.
Hear me out. I feel like it's the same because I believe that whoever you meet them in the season that you need to meet them. Okay? So to break up with someone because you feel like you're not ready is one thing. But to kind of make it seem like it's this mystical, it's the right person at the wrong time. They're not the right person then. Do you see what I mean? Like it's not the time that defines the relationship. It's where you're at mentally or where the person is at mentally. And I would just say call it for what it is. Y'all just aren't compatible for whatever reason.
I kind of see what you mean. Like I see where you. I guess I would say most people probably use that as an excuse more than an actual.
Yeah. I feel
like no explanation. Like if you just say that to somebody, but yes, you. It's not you, it's me. Just like that's it. They don't have like a logical reason. I see what you.
Or not even just communicating about it, because I feel like, even if you said, okay, well, I want us to take time, sow our wild oats. You know what I mean? And just like, is it oats or oaks? I think it's oaks.
Yeah, I think it's oaks.
I've heard that term before.
I would say like you go out and you sow your wild oats and then you come back to the relationship. That to me is still unacceptable as well. Because you don't really know what you'll go through. You don't know the people that you meet, or, you don't know if you'll meet someone that's good for you in that season and is meant to be with you through the seasons to come, so it's kind of unfair to put this stigma on a relationship that, oh yeah, we'll come back to each other one day. If it's meant to be, it will be. Fuck out of here.
Nah, some girl told me that before, and I waited like a year.
No, did you really?
I didn't.
Tea. Give us the tea.
Give us the tea.
I didn't really wait for a year, but like, it was actually, this was like a wrong time.
Wait.
I used to go to high school.
Get closer to the mic. You're kind of cutting out a little bit.
Oh shit, my bad. I used to talk to this girl in high school. Or no, I met her in high school, and then like a year or two after, we like hooked up because one of our friends. So we was like texting real, getting close. Problem was, she did just break up with somebody. and I was chilling. And like a couple months go back, and then she's like, "I think we should stop talking because we got a little bit of distant." And then she said those words like, "It's probably not a good time. Like we'll find each other again, or whatever, or try again later." And then, like 4 or 5 months ago, actually, she got a boyfriend. I'm like,
damn.
I ain't gonna say that word, but I was like, this motherfucker. I was cooling though. I expected it. I was chilling. I was still exploring.
But see, that's what I mean by it's like a slap in the face, essentially, right? Because it's like, okay, well, you told me that we try again. I mean, yes, granted, if she got another partner, like, you know, it doesn't necessarily negate what y'all could have in the future, but at the same time, it just shows that it wasn't the wrong time. It just wasn't with me, type of thing. You know what I mean? That's why I kind of feel like it's a cop-out answer, because people use it to not have the hard conversations or what they feel like might be kind of like a more emotion-filled conversation.
Yeah, I think I deleted it, but it's crazy.
You got
I
played.
was like, a minute, bro. She was bad too.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Her, don't you have?
This was like
months-
2022, 23.
but
no one's better than your girl now, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah,
oh,
always.
that's crazy.
I feel that. With the entire compatibility thing, again, I look at it to be more of a, like I stated, like an operational kind of ordeal, right? So it's more like y'all communication styles, how y'all communicate. Does one avoid? Is one direct? Like it's more based on like values, emotional needs. Because again, like you can love someone, but if y'all not compatible, your relationship is going to fall too much on the whole love aspect. And when love starts doing too much work, or love starts making too many excuses, at that point you start to falter with the whole compatibility concern. Because at that point, resentment is going to start replacing romance. Arguments are going to continue to repeat over and over again. So pretty much like love without compatibility turns the relationship where one person is always explaining themselves. That's what it is, right? If the compatibility is strong, people are going to try harder. If it's weak, then timing becomes the excuse, and that's where it comes to right person, wrong time, right? Timing doesn't break compatible couples. Y'all being misaligned does. You know what I mean?
That's a whole bar. I like how the part that you said about and I'm not gonna be able to say it verbatim because I don't operate that way. But I like the part that you're saying, like that's where the timing piece comes in, right? Because that's very true. In my opinion, I feel like if you, like you said, if you don't have compatibility, it's like the puppy dog stage will not last forever, right? Having that deep love for somebody can still continue throughout the years, but if you, let's think of it like this, if you have nothing to talk about, right? This is where compatibility comes into play. If you have nothing to talk about, you guys don't share the same likes, or you know, if you're not even, let's say, sharing the same type of goals, right? What do you have? Yeah, I love you, but if y'all don't have that compatibility, what do you love about that person? Honestly speaking, because it's nothing that you can really share, or nothing that you can really, I shouldn't say that nothing that you can talk about, because I feel like even if you weren't like as compatible with someone, you can still find things to talk about. But it's more so of like, how is it going to work out when you guys have kids and y'all don't share the same morals, or you guys don't share the same things that are important when it comes to raising kids, how you want to raise them and stuff like that. I just foresee more fights and arguments than anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree on that for sure.
It's true. But that's like with the rare cases, right? Where people, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, it happens with relationships nowadays. Like, people are together, yeah, they love each other, right? But they're not compatible. Now, I believe as long as they are both aware, they are both actively trying to adjust, right? And if their core values align, like you stated, it can survive without the compatibility. They may not be compatible, but as long as those three topics are taken care of and aligned, it can last. And people are in relationships, people are in marriages now that's like that. Like, I'll be real, shit, most Haitian households, I'm gonna bring out the Haitians in this. Most Haitian households, they always say that, like, again, I grew up, personal story, I grew up in a Haitian household where the love between my parents been ended. You feel me? Mm-hmm. The compatibility between them been ended. They still got love for each other, right? Because they're married 30 plus years and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But they're still married. You feel me? And as at this point, it's only because of that, because they're both self-aware of the situation that they're in, and they both have the same values. Mostly, the values would be, oh, you know, we're just together for the kids, but we grown ass adults now. You get me?
So yeah, I want to pose this question to you as well. In that same instance, right? I think Jay brought this question up, and I'm not going to do it justice. We know this. I fuck up jokes, okay? But he basically posed this question that, let me find it.
Mm-hmm.
Question, Jay. It was directly relating to this. You put it in somewhere.
I put it somewhere.
Topic suggestion. Okay, yeah, I see it. It's, do people actually want love or to not be alone? Okay. So do you, and I don't really mean like your parents specifically, right? Because I don't think that you should have to answer that question nor think about that. But just like anyone that's, you know, whoever is listening, do you think that when people stay in these relationships, despite there not being any type of compatibility or any love, is it because they don't want to be alone?
Nah, it's for convenience.
It's both. I'll say alone too, bro. Like,
but like, here's the thing, right? And this is what I say. I'll choose convenience over alone, right? Today's society, bro. Like, rent nowadays for a 1-1 is damn near almost like $2,700.
Yeah.
And where I live at, it's crazy. Where I stay at, you could work a full-time job and still not have enough money for your rent.
No.
You get what I mean? So it gets to a point where if people it happens. People fall in love, they get into a relationship, they get married, right? Everything is great. The honeymoon phase is over. Now there's issues and concerns that they're trying to work through and shit like that. They go through marriage counseling, they do this, they do that. And let's say it just don't work, right? Talks of divorce come up. But then one of the two is going to be like, you know, what they going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they were to get a divorce, like, one person may go back. The wife may go back to her parents' house, which is cool, right? Mm-hmm. The guy, on the other hand, let's say for me, for example, I ain't going back to my parents' house. Like, I left my parents' house. Mm-hmm. And pride in me is not going to want to go back. I mean, it is what it is. Can I? Yeah. But I ain't trying to go back and then hear conversations of dang, I told you it was never gonna work, this and that and third. And you gotta hear your parents in your ears talk about, why your relationship ain't working, shit like that. You don't want to go through all that. So you for sure don't want to go and live back with your parents. But now, again, you can't afford rent. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people do it for convenience, whether it's rent payments, whether it's them having kids, or whatever other excuse they may have. I don't necessarily think
it's okay to marry for financial stability.
People do it all the time.
Yeah, people do it a lot. And again, that's where it comes, where if y'all values are aligned, like legally, yeah, we married, but we just not here. Like we not here. You know how you doing the little eye thing, like eye to eye, right? Like it's just non-existent, right? At that point, y'all just roommates. Y'all married on paper, but y'all just roommates.
That's what a prenup is for.
Talk to him.
That's what a prenup is for. Why else that exists if women or men are not marrying for financial reasons?
Nobody ever expected until it happened.
Yeah, but
I think the prenup is more so as for affluent people. You know what I mean, and protecting assets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But and also too, I think a lot of the view about prenup specifically is negative, where it doesn't have to be. You can, in the contract of a prenup, you can work out, like, if we divorce, this person gets X, Y, and Z. But I don't think a lot of people, when a lot of people think about a prenup, it's more so of like, oh, well, you don't get shit, but I keep everything I have. You know what I mean? But if you are more of like a business savvy person, or understanding what you can and cannot do for certain things, and it will protect you in the long run. But as far as like for marrying for financial stability, I feel like nowadays is going to be a little bit more common. I feel like for a while people were not necessarily our generation, but a little bit of our generation and our parents' generation. It wasn't so much like you have to marry someone with a huge bankroll, right? Obviously, it varies from family to family, culture to culture, but I think the overall consensus is you go to school, you find someone you love, you have children, and that's that. We kind of talked about that a little bit in our last podcast, The American Dream. If y'all haven't listened to it, go back and listen. It was very informational. But yeah, but I feel like our grandparents' generation was more so of like, you find somebody that is either a doctor, a lawyer, or got money in some type of way, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that, because like my mom's generation, I would say, like a lot of, I don't know if it's Americans do that, but a lot of foreigners do that, where they look for a rich man or somebody in high status so they can get out where they're from, so they can get out of the slums. And that is ultimate goal. That's why you have passport bros looking for a wife, but to be a passport bro, you need to have money. So
those niggas that just can't get girls in America,
they're weird. I understand they're weird, but
$40 for a baddie?
No, they're definitely weird. But you have to have. I feel like that niche, I would say, I feel like you need to have money, and a lot of guys don't have money when they do this. They think they're just whatever, I can live off of $2,000 and go get me a wife. But in a foreign mind, when an American comes over, they think they have money, because you need to have money to be there. If you don't have money to be there, you're just like them, then what's the point, you know? So I feel like at the end of the day, for some of these girls, or even men, but mostly females, it's a goal to get out of where they're at. So they are going to financially and sought out rich men. And that's how they grew up. That's how what they taught. That's what their mother did, and their mother did, and their friends are doing it. That's how it is. I mean, Americans, I feel like they don't really do it that much. I think they more flaunt it than.
I also feel like there's like a stigma too.
Yeah.
That like for women, if you search out a man, for example, that has money, you're a gold digger. Or instead of being realistic in the times and understanding that, you know, I'm not saying like the women that don't have shit going for themselves and then just seek a man to try to, buy them things and stuff like that. I don't think that that's okay. But I don't think that it should be you stone a woman for wanting to find someone that's affluent or more affluent than themselves. Because at the end of the day, I don't want my issues personally. I don't want my issues between me and my partner to boil down to money. I feel like we have so much more to enjoy in life than having to worry about if we're going to cover our rent or not. I want to be able to focus on, putting energy towards having kids or, fixing whatever. I don't want to say meal or whatever, but yeah.
I got a question. And this question is for the lovely hosts. At what point when you're talking to somebody does the conversation of finances and children come up for y'all?
I feel like when it's like things start starting to move quickly, I feel like once you start moving into with that person, like you guys move in with each other and you're under the same roof, definitely finances need to be talked about. And definitely, like, if you're bringing in debt, like that should be laid out on the table. Like, hey, I'm bringing in 20,000 debt because of this, and this, and the third. You should not hide finances from your partner. Actually, financial situation is the most leading cause of divorce because of that. Either debts or you are overspender and your partner is an overspender, or one partner is financial savvy and the other partner just spends whatever and don't really care. And then you run into situations of like the heater broke down, the pipes burst, we don't have enough money for this, oh my god, we need to get food for this, oh my god, we don't have enough money for the kids, oh my god, we don't have enough money to get groceries. And then it becomes more of a problem after a problem after a problem, and it stacks up and you're fighting every day, and then boom, look at that, now you're divorced.
And even that's gonna outshadow compatibility.
Yes.
When you have all that shit staring down at you and you don't know what to do. And that's why I don't want one of those fights to really be about money. I don't fully agree on the time frame aspect. Everything else I agree with, but just not the time frame aspect. I think it should definitely come before you guys move in together. Like that should have already been situated, in my opinion. Not necessarily like, I'm not so stickler on the debt part, right? Obviously, if we get married and you got like $100,000 in debt and then you fucking die, that shit's all on me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, for me, it's not like a focal point as far as when we're moving in type of thing. Now, when we come down to about raising a family and really making like a financial plan to figure out how we're going to live comfortably, but then also to add another person, we really need to start thinking about more in-depth finances. Do we have enough to have life insurance? What will our life insurance cover? If you were to pass away today, what would be your will? I feel like those things, those more, I don't want to say in-depth financial conversations, but the more what ifs should definitely be had before getting married, right? So I'll sum up everything that I'm saying. There are two parts. I feel like there should be a conversation about just basic finances, who's going to pay for what, how we're going to do X, Y, and Z before you even move in. And then before you get married, I feel like you should have conversations of not life support, well, DNR, whether you want to be resuscitated or not. Life insurance, things like that. Hell, prenup, if y'all are in that tax bracket. If you make $40,000 a year, I don't think anyone should be fucking thinking about a goddamn prenup. But who am I? To be honest,
but again, post-ups are a thing. If you start off that marriage at 40,000, But God done bless you with a position or something to where you making 6 figures. You could get a post up and protect your assets. Ain't that wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, like that later down, if you have something to protect, do so, but don't be that person. It's like, yeah, I want a prenup because I know I'm gonna make it big.
Right.
Unless you are making that figure, don't say shit to me personally.
And we're not saying like not everybody will do this. Honestly, it's more of
right.
like if it was a perfect world,
case by case.
Yeah, case by case or a perfect world, like people should do these steps. But I know like not everybody's gonna do that. Your first boyfriend, you guys decided just to move in with each other because it's just easier. You're not gonna talk about finances. You're right. Too excited to move in with your boyfriend or / girlfriend, whatever who you're dating. I mean, logically,
I feel like it should be small conversation. It doesn't even have to be big conversation. It should be like,
right.
All right, I know you make like, because this kind of happened to me. Like, I mean, I was talking to this girl, so it's not like serious. But like, we started talking, and then I started school, so I like lost like a lot of income because it was part time. And then she kept saying like, "We're gonna go on a date." I'm like, "Damn, I can't do that really." Like, I brushed it off, right? I didn't really tell her. I didn't lie or say I was this, but I just brushed it off on her. And then she got mad because I didn't take her nowhere. So like shit like that.
Nah, it's not him moving close to the mic. Your gain is too high.
Isn't it? No.
You gotta lower your gain because it cuts off the beginning and the ending of your sentences.
Oh no, I gotta change my mic on my settings. But yeah, I was supposed to take her on a date, never did because I had no money on me. So
why can't she take you on a date?
Shut up.
I never asked that question. Right. That is a good question.
No, that was not a good question. That is not a good question.
Yeah, it is. Why she can't take you on a date? Why you go out?
You out on a date? I don't think that. Maybe I'm more traditional, and we can get into this too. I think Sunny and I, we talked about this the other day. If like we talked about Build-A-Bear, right? When he comes here and we were talking about just basically things to do. And I really want to go to Build-A-Bear. My expectation as for like a date, I would think that he would pay for the Build-A-Bear date. That would be my expectation. Build-A-Bear date.
So hold on.
That would be my expectation. But if I said, Sunny, I want to go to this restaurant with you as like, my treat. That's me communicating like that's going to be on me. You know what I mean? But also too, I'm not the type of person to ask for something beyond someone's means, right? Build-A-Bear ain't shit. Now, if you talking about going to Ruth Chris,
y'all live in the same state?
No.
So you want to Build-A-Bear. So Sunny takes a flight out to come see his lady.
You get a Build-A-Bear.
And then he gotta pay for your Build-A-Bear?
Yeah, I gotta pay for
Build-A-Bear. It don't benefit him no kind of way. It don't benefit him no way.
It doesn't benefit you?
But it keeps his lady happy.
Let's hear from him. Is it gonna benefit you?
I think it's gonna be pretty beneficial, to be honest. I mean, if I'm honest with you.
You being there should be beneficial enough, you know what I mean?
I'll let the guy speak about that one.
I'm gonna get some good ass food. Yeah.
Then you gotta pay for it. For that.
No, I just got to Build-A-Bear.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not traditional either, but I feel like I've learned like, I don't know, like I don't mind initiating the date. I don't mind paying for the date. It's just me. I don't know. Maybe because I
don't mind initiating or paying for it either. But I think at the end of the day, it should not be missed the fact that you are a lady and you should be treated as such. And I don't think that expecting a man to, whether it be financially or if he plans something, like I feel like this is what I don't want. And this is not speaking about him specifically, meaning I don't want a nonchalant man.
Who?
Sunny.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Let's
Who is that?
Doing good.
Scratches.
I was like, wait, what do you mean?
And this is
I don't
exactly
even
why
know
we
who
don't
that
go
guy
live.
But so I'll redo that. This is not referring to Sunny. I almost did it again. I don't want a nonchalant man, and whether that means he finds different ways to surprise me, and I'm not saying that it has to always be a gift, right? I'm not saying that he has to spend like a whole bunch of money on me, but I guess the type of person that I am is that if I care about you, like obviously we're not in the same state. When he was sick, I door dashed him medicine, soup, shit like that, because that was my way of being able to kind of take care of him when I'm not there, right? Because those are the things that I would do if he was here. So I'm not saying that everything is about money, because it's not, but I feel like when you do gestures, or if you have action behind what you say, to me it means it means more. Faith without works is dead, right? Love without action is dead. So if you're not putting yourself forward, whether that be planning dates, or going out your way to do things, whether that be paying for something, I don't know, like for me it's just like, put your money where your mouth is, and not just your money. Put your time where your mouth is. Put your mind where your intentions are to be, because that to me means more than just meaningless words. Like if you tell me that you love me, I will full-heartedly accept that. But if you don't put actions with that love, just like compatibility, it's just words, unfortunately. You know what I mean? That's so I guess that's why I think of that way.
Yeah,
Right,
definitely.
right,
But I feel
right.
like it depends on different women. I feel like for Jay's situation, if his income downgraded, right, and he can't do the same thing as what he used to
That's
be.
understandable.
Yeah, I feel like if the girl keeps asking like, when am I going on a date? When am I gonna, like, girl, you know that my money is down right now. Like, why you keep asking?
She didn't know because he didn't communicate.
Oh, you didn't communicate?
Well,
Oh, you didn't know?
she didn't tell me that was the reason. I found out later.
Yep. I feel like you should. I feel like girls have a second nature of like, oh, he's not doing the same things over. Why? Did she never question you?
That's my whole point of saying like, motherfuckers now are just nonchalant in their relationship.
Yo, all right, stop hating on the nonchalant.
No, I'm just saying like that's just what it is. I feel like guys nowadays are, for the lack of a better term, nonchalant. Like I feel like, and this is where women kind of go wrong in this this category.
Let's talk about it.
Is because you don't hold people at a higher standard. So for me, and this was a conversation for past relationships, where it was like they would say, and this is where I feel like it was a cop-out answer as well, you deserve better, right? I can't be what you need type of thing, which is understandable, right? If you're being honest with me, you have that conversation, you can be like, I'm not in the place to really give you what you deserve. I can respect that because you're communicating that. But it's not about what I need or what I may deserve. At the end of the day, I'm choosing you. I'm choosing to spend my time with you. I'm choosing to spend my energy on you. So yeah, you might not have it right now, but if you show me that you are willing and capable of giving me what I deserve, I will always give you what you deserve. I will always love you in the way that you should be loved. I will always care for you and hold you. I will always support you in that moment. You don't have to worry about that. I got your back. You know what I mean? The only thing that I ask is that. No.
Again,
but I'm just being real. Like, and I don't think that guys nowadays are being held to just regular standards. And then that's when you get into the argument of, is that princess treatment or is that the bare minimum? You paying for a date is the bare minimum. If you want to take me out on a date, that is the bare minimum. Now, I'm not saying like $125 roses. That's princess treatment.
I got a question. Y'all chilling. And let's take out the aspect of Sunny like going to a different state to see you. Let's say y'all live in the same state. Y'all chilling, whatever the case may be. You're like, babe, you know what? I'm hungry. Let's go to that new restaurant that we've always wanted to try. He's like, I bet we out. Who's paying?
Yeah, we both want to try it. Shit, we both going. Shit, I'll pay for the motherfucker. She get on the next one.
Now, if it's a restaurant that she saw on TikTok, oh babe, I want to try this. Can we go to this restaurant? You know nothing about it. Who paying?
What's the relationship status?
No, y'all
you two. No, I'm saying it changes for me. I'm being quite honest. If we're married and then we're like, oh babe, I really want to try this place. You want to go? I'm gonna expect him to fit the bill if we're married, but at the same time, Sunny and I have already had this conversation of how we want our finances to work. That would be something that we would take out of our joint cushy fund. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be like, because just giving kind of like background context, and Sunny can confirm this. Thought I was saying the wrong name at first. Sunny can confirm this. We talked about how we're gonna basically have 3 accounts. So he would have his own account, I have my own account, but then we have one account where all bills, the different types of bills and stuff comes from. But we have the checking where everything will come out, and then we have the savings, of course. And then some of that savings will be like, we will put towards if we wanted to go on a trip or if we wanted to have dates. That is how we decided to roughly plan out finances. So if it was something that, if it was like date night or something like that, then that would come out of that. But if, let's say, if we were like, if I told him, oh, I really want some ice cream. Do you want some ice cream? Like let's go to Dairy Queen. It's like fucking 10 o'clock at night.
Who paying for the ice cream?
I would think that he would pay for it.
Why?
We never win.
Why?
Why not?
Sunny is there doing whatever he's doing. He watching the game right now. And you come to him, babe, I want some ice cream. Can we go get some ice cream, please? And he's like, I bet, I got you. After this quarter. And then he goes. Why he gotta pay? He ain't want ice cream.
Would you not pay? This is not an accusatory question. I think
it really comes down to if I also wanted ice cream or if I wanted something sweet or not. If you wanted something and like you want me to go with you, because obviously you would probably want me to drive, right? Big deal, drive. Whatever.
Yeah, they
like I'll drive you to get some ice cream, but like that's what I'm saying.
No, I drive. Like, I don't want. Like I hate. I fucking hate driving.
If it's something that you want and you wanted some ice cream, I'm not getting other than I would expect for you to pay, because it's something that you want. I didn't want anything.
Oh, maybe I'm just different. Because if he said, if I was going to the store and he said, oh, can you pick X, Y, and Z up for me? I'm not going to ask him to send me money. You know what I mean? I'm just going to pick it up.
I never said I was going to pay with my card. I'm paying with the joint account.
No. Well, whether you pay for it, I guess my whole thing is, why have a conversation of who's going to pay for it when it's going to come back to you in full?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
Do you see what I mean? So like, if I was like, oh babe, I really want to get some ice cream, do you want to go and get some? Obviously, if he seriously doesn't want to go, then I'm not going to force him to go. I'm probably not going to go get ice cream.
Yeah, because
but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like,
once I get married, if that ever does happen, for whatever the case may be, wives don't drive.
Shit, my wife driving.
I don't think anybody drives. They even or even married. I think it's like kind of like a universal thing nowadays.
Bruh, I don't remember the last time I sat foot in my wife's car. Like,
you gonna push that motherfucker?
Tell you what, you've been in the passenger seat.
I've been driving.
I'm tired of driving.
You know what I mean? But I've never been in a car.
I'm changing the game. make TikToks, be like, "Yo, this is how you gotta get treated now," and then everybody gonna follow me.
Boyfriends are now the passenger princesses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Nonchalant. And then I'm gonna start.
Don't say hell yeah, because it's not for you.
That's what you think. We gonna change. Give it like.
That's what I know.
I can't even give a date. Start a trend.
No, but like I don't know. I guess
As
for
a
me,
man.
it's more so one of those things like you treat me, I treat you. I don't keep tabs on it. You know what I mean? If I have it, it's yours. If not, then whatever. But it's just one of those things where I don't even if like let's say even if him and I went to a restaurant and I was the one paying, I'm gonna hand him the motherfucking debit card so it looks like him paying for it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's dumb or not, but I just feel like those types of things I expect my man to do. I don't know, because it's not like he won't get, I don't want to say rewarded, but it's not like he won't get it back in some way, shape, or form. So why the fuck not? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I wouldn't keep tabs. As long as it's like equal enough. Like I shouldn't be
I was like,
paying
pay it
10
forward,
times in
then,
1
dude.
month,
Yeah.
and then you pay for a water bottle.
I feel like it's
We got a
an
water bottle.
investment. Like you're investing in a relationship. It's not just, obviously if the person's just like, if someone expects you to give you their last, then I would have an issue with it, right?
Yeah.
But like your situation, you couldn't do the things, right, that you wanted to do. But if you sit here and tell me that you didn't want to do it and you had the means to do so, I don't know. I look at you a little sideways, personally, because it's just like the example that I gave. If you need it from something from the store, or if I'm ordering something for myself and I ask you, hey, do you want some? I'm not going to expect you to pay me back because I'm asking you something, right? But even if you text me and was like, I know you're going to the store later, can you pick this up for me? Or you're coming home and you're passing this place, can you get X, Y, and Z for dinner? Am I going to ask him to pay? No. So nor do I feel like that should be in return. But going on to the next question, we kind of talked about that for a long time. Is chemistry more important than shared values? Thinking caps on.
Damn.
No.
Wow.
No. And the reason I say no.
Let's hear it, buddy.
All right. Do I think chemistry is more important than shared values? Nah. And it's because it's a difference. Chemistry is how a relationship starts, right? Shared values, it's again what makes the relationship thrive. So if I had to spit a bar or something like that, it's like chemistry gets you in the door, but values decide if you stay. Pretty much. So like chemistry, honestly, is just the physical attraction you have with somebody, emotional intensity, if there's any sexual energy, like it's just the feeling of you being drawn to someone. That's what chemistry is. And it's just the start. And then again, with the whole shared values, that's, your beliefs about money, family, faith, children, work ethic, ambition, so on and so forth. So if there are no shared values, I mean, your relationship is going to be great at the start, but y'all going to have some problems further down the line. Like you're going to have some really high highs, but y'all going to have some really low lows.
No.
And relationships like that, I feel like those are the relationships that have like multiple breakup cycles. Like I want to take a break because y'all don't have the same shared values. But then, when the chemistry is coming back, then y'all want to get back together. Yeah. That's my spiel on it.
All right. I'm gonna say I don't think either one is more important. I think both have a good play in both. Like I was saying with her, if you don't have like the same morals or values, that does a lot. Chemistry, I don't know. I think it's like a least factor. That's a low tier factor.
So you would say that since it's a low tier factor, chemistry is less important than having core values. What do you guys
You gotta have chemistry, because if there's
consider
no chemistry,
a core value?
Yeah, but I mean, chemistry can be like temporary. Like,
I think you can
I don't
get
know.
chemistry from anybody, honestly.
yeah, you just be in the club one night,
It's
like,
not-
damn,
It's nothing sacred. I feel like
you vibing right now.
yeah. I feel
you
like
know, whether it's a
values-
stranger
Right.
or a co-worker,
Exactly.
right? If that chemistry
You
is
wake
there,
up.
the chemistry's there. you
Oh,
know
the
what I mean?
coworker chemistry is just rigged. That's just because you see them too much.
Okay.
Like, I don't really know. This not even my type, but we at work all day.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
It's true. I seen it happen in the job. Like,
I mean, yeah, definitely in the
married,
job.
married or not.
Bad.
And I'm like, yo, she
I mean,
life is
definitely.
10 times better than this. What are you doing? Why are you in the car? Like, what?
Right.
Oh my god,
Right.
I mean, look, it's
Akari.
like you could be at work, you could be getting assistance or
Senpai.
getting a box from a closet,
Senpai.
Right,
and
next
your
thing you
coworker
know-
helping
Sauce.
you grab the box, and then y'all just
Sauce.
look dead in each other's eyes.
Sauce.
That's chemistry, like right there.
Yeah, no, he's spitting facts. I heard these stories.
Yeah, I don't.
Not
It's
for
in
me.
the
I
K
never
drama. It's in
experienced
every K drama, bro. Like,
Right.
I never experienced this myself,
Sauce.
but like,
Yo,
Yo,
I know you're doing this on
I'm
purpose. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We get
is
it.
it not true? We
No,
spit
no,
real
no, no.
facts.
It's true. It's true. But he's doing something very manipulative. So shut the fuck up.
my fault.
Oh,
Anyways,
that's why I'm sitting here
Move-
cracking up.
keep it
I'm
pushing.
dying.
Keep it
my
pushing.
eyes are literally.
anyways, moving on to our next
Share values
topic since
more.
everybody wants to be.
Babe, what do you think?
No, we're moving on.
Yeah, Sonny.
No,
Yeah,
we're
Sonny,
moving on.
I'm asking him: is chemistry more important than shared values?
I think you don't get chemistry without like getting to know somebody, right? And I think shared values comes from getting to know somebody. So you don't know somebody unless you try and get to know them.
Mhm.
I like that.
Short and sweet. Yup.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll leave it at that.
Moving on to a different topic since everybody wants to. Yeah. Anyways. Like for real, let's be so for real. Anyways, communication wars. Oh my god, I can't even speak right now.
Yeah. So the next topic is communication wars.
Yeah. Is it? Be honest though. Like, is going to bed angry actually that bad?
Yeah, I would.
Why? Why is it that bad?
Shit gonna carry over.
Yeah, you just
So-
wake up mad the next day. Who want to wake up
Mhm.
mad? Like, you ever had to work somebody? It's
It's
8
gonna
o'clock.
linger and it's just gonna blow up in your face later.
Like, how you mad at 8 o'clock? It's a whole new day.
I mean-
you brushed your teeth, you took a
I
shower,
mean-
whatever, ate breakfast, and you still mad.
I was pissed off this morning. What you mean?
So you got to
I
restart.
feel like it's one of
as
those
the day
things
goes
though.
on.
It's like if I wake up in the morning well rested, I'm feeling good. I say good morning and you say good morning. I'm gonna look at you like you fucking crazy.
Really? I do that all the time because I'm half asleep. Like, I'm not trying to talk.
No.
Nonchalant.
No. I mean there's one
Not your
thing
vibe.
there's one thing to not be a morning person, but then there's another thing to like you should know your partner and know that if y'all had an argument or if something bothered them the night before and then the next morning they give you a dry good morning or whatever when they typically don't, that shit, I don't know, that shit just irritates me because it's like, talk to me, tell me what's going on, because I don't want to wake up to attitude. I don't think anybody wants to wake up to attitude, and especially if y'all talked about it the day before and it's still lingering. Like, let's be so for real. Like, what's up?
All right, so hold on. But before I say my piece, what was your answers to that question? Yes or no?
What?
I said yes
Oh yeah.
Okay.
because you shouldn't be angry. Like, Wake
Yeah,
up,
no,
it's
I
a new
don't.
day, and then something happens. Then you can be angry. You waking up, meditating.
It's a beautiful morning.
Now,
That's what should be on.
Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
First and foremost, going to bed angry at your significant other is not a bad thing. Why? The problem is unresolved anger isn't the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like unprocessed anger is the problem. People have different communication styles. People have different times of like problem resolving, right? So it's like for us men, most men, like if something's bothering us, like we'll bring it right up then and there, right? Not everybody's that way. You know, so a lot of women are that way, but some people, again, men, women, non-binary, 2026, you know, like they may not want to resolve whatever that problem is, that reason that they're upset that night. You know what I mean? So if they have to go to sleep on it, again, that's where the whole thing of, you know what, sleep on it. That's where that comes in. If they got to sleep on it, cool. People say going to bed angry at your spouse is a bad thing because they'll be like, oh, you know, the anger is just going to get worse overnight. At that point, resentment's going to start growing because the issue is taking too long to be resolved. There's going to be emotional distance. Can it happen? Yes. Right. But it's worse when you're trying to force someone to understand or whatever the issue is, right? You're trying to force that person of finding a resolution that night. But if that person's too tired, too emotional, they're not, you know what I'm saying? So sorry. Right? At that point, you're making it worse by trying to get that resolution that night. I'll be real. Personally, if me and my wife in personal situations, like we probably get upset at each other, like, and that's fine because at first I'm the type of person, again, if we have a problem, I want to resolve it then and there, right? So I'm be like, what's wrong? Like, why you not talking? This and that third. Come to find out, you know, we've gone through counseling. I'm making it worse because I'm trying to force a resolution out of it. She needs time. She needs her time to think. She needs her time to process. You feel me? And the same thing goes for dudes. They may need their time to think. They may need their time to process about it.
I agree.
Give them that time. If they have to sleep on it, let them sleep on it. But again, when you wake up that next morning and pettiness comes in to where you wouldn't sleep mad, but guess what? You waking up, shit, I know you like avocado toast, you whipping up, you waking up to some avocado toast. You feel me? Boom. Or if you want to be petty and not get the person breakfast because y'all not talking to each other, but again, the silent treatment. All in all, it is not a bad thing. Let them sleep on it. Let them get the time that they need, because with that time, then y'all could communicate effectively towards that unresolved problem. Don't make that anger part of the problem.
Clock it. Okay.
All right, I can agree with that,
I
but
can kind of get behind that.
what I mean is, like, you can have the
Don't piss me off in the morning if you give me a dry ass good morning. That's just gonna piss me off, and we both gonna have a fucked up day.
That's crazy. I'm not even speak in the morning. The boy.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I agree. I get what you're saying, but like in general, you have an argument, like before you go to bed, you should probably at least calm down, relax. Like, all right, I'm gonna go listen to like some Rivals or something. That's what I mean by one. You still can be angry at the topic or whatever, but like I feel like by the time you're in the bed, you should have calmed down, sleep, or rage tomorrow after like a certain time period.
That's kind of like that was a good segue into our other question as well. Like, is the silent treatment emotional abuse or just space?
No, that's abuse. I'm gonna start getting angry for no reason. Cause it works. Like, I was not gonna say it works. Because if you give somebody space, you're just leaving them alone. But like, you mad, you arguing with somebody, like, right? Arguing with your other. and then you leave them alone. You go back. You like, hey, did you take out the trash? Or like, you just ask a question and then you just get no response. All right, let me try again. And you just ask them a simple question, not really bothering them. Then you're like, all right, I'm talking to you. You're just looking dumb now. Now you're talking to a wall. So then I'm mad for no reason again.
No, I think it's for a reason. I hate being ignored. Truly.
See, that's
it's one of those things that truly pisses me off. You know that meme where she was like, ain't shit funny right now. I could tear down a fucking building. That's me. I hate it. Honestly, I do feel like it's emotional abuse because it's like, why are you being so petty to the fact where you're making me feel ignored, you're making me feel insignificant instead of just communicating what you feel. I rather you say, you know what, F you, F this place, you go F yourself. I'd rather you get what you got to say off your chest than truly sit in your thoughts and assume something possibly that isn't what happened, or assume something that's not how I feel, you know what I mean? And then it'd be harder for me to catch up with you in this argument that we're not having. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't think silent treatment should ever be any type of punishment. And my partner is not my father. They didn't bring me into this world. So the hell you got to be silent for? My opinion. Maybe I'm alone in that, but
no, I agree. I just don't like. It's not that I don't like being ignored, but when you're trying to like resolve and be nice, and then it just, or when it's random, like you don't even know what happened. Come home from work, yo, what's good? Like, how was your day? And it's just quiet. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking like, what the fuck did I do the whole time? You didn't close the door right. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah. I agree.
With that,
anybody else?
With that, you just got to understand, if it's a situation like that, you're not the problem. They upset about something else. And rather than explain why they're upset, they just gonna stay quiet. Look, if she quiet and you get home, she upset about something. Yeah, hey baby, you home from work? She stay quiet. She don't say nothing. You know what? Just go about your day and do what you need to do. You know what I mean? Because then she's gonna come later and she's gonna tell you what was bothering her. You feel me? You don't want to add on to what's already making her upset, because she's already upset. Now, with the whole silent treatment thing, I don't categorize it as abuse or emotional abuse or whatever. To me, it's more just of a, I guess, like a tactic, or like how someone would tackle like a problem or something. Like, silence is not a bad thing. So if they're quiet, let them keep they quiet, because again, when they're ready to talk, they gonna talk. Now, if they're adding the pettiness in it and they're using it as a punishment, or they're using it to be dismissive, then that's where it becomes a problem.
Yeah, I feel like it's if you're I feel like there's a difference though. There's a difference between truly being silent and needing your space. That's when you can say, hey babe, I've had a really crappy day. It's not you. I just want to make you aware of that. I feel like that's healthy communication. But even if y'all did get in an argument and it's hours later and I come up to you, or even if they came up to you and be like, did you want something for dinner? Like, what do you want for dinner? And you don't say shit to them. My brother in Christ, it was hours ago. Are you not hungry? Because I know all that got forgive me, Lord. I know all that energy is making you hungry and or tired. I don't know.
If I ask
don't
you,
like
hungry
being
and you don't
angry.
respond, if I ask you if you're hungry after an argument and you don't respond, I'm gonna ask you twice. And you don't respond, I bet. Don't be mad if I'm eating by myself. That's just how I am.
Yeah, I feel like that would be valid because you made the attempt to communicate. And I feel like I've been in relationships before where not talking to you for a day or a couple days because something made you upset is just unacceptable.
Yeah,
Whether it's whatever it may be, you know what I mean? I didn't piss on your grandma's grave. You know what I mean? So it's not like I don't feel like there's anything in this world that should ever make you so upset that you ignore your partner for days. 1, 2, I feel like that's another level of kind of like just being childish in a way. And then for me, I know that that's like truly one of my triggers. We talked about this before of like knowing yourself and knowing your triggers and knowing what sets you off. That's just one of those things. I hate being ignored, truly with a passion. And Sonny mentioned this before, is like he doesn't like being ignored either. So it's nice to be in a relationship with someone that understands that and feels the same way, because we don't really have issues of ignoring each other. And then it promotes having more of like a healthy communication when we have arguments and stuff like that. It's just like, you know, you made me angry because of X, Y, and Z. I just need some space type of thing.
Correct.
Also, like, so also like another thing I'd like to add on top of like what you guys are saying is like, just because like your partner is upset, right? Or like if you're upset, sometimes you needing your space or not knowing why you feel the way you feel and you need to figure it out. That's okay. You know what I mean? It's better you figure out what you got to figure out, why you upset or what made you feel this type of way, versus just saying something in the heat of the moment because you're pissed off.
That in itself can cause issues for the relationship if you're just talking out the side of your neck.
Makes sense.
What about you, Akari?
I mean, I can't really comment on these things because I'm not really have a genuine relationship, so most of these topics I'm just like, I can't really say anything about it. So,
No, but like if you were, if someone were giving, if you were in a relationship and someone that you were dating, y'all got in an argument and they're just not responding to any of your texts, any of your calls, how would you feel?
Well, it happened to me multiple times before. I would feel like unwanted, definitely. And knowing my personality, I'm so sorry for having depression as a kid. I would attack myself.
What are you sorry for?
Because I would attack myself. That's the problem. I wouldn't go after that person. I would attack myself, like something's wrong with me. I did something wrong. Why is this happening to me? Da 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 da. Forever, whatever. So it's not more say like oh, he's in the wrong. It's more of me. Am I the problem? And a lot of people are like, you're not the problem. But I'm just like, this happened 3 times with 3 different guys, and it's gonna keep happening. I am the problem probably at the end of the day, even though it's probably not my fault. But
no,
that's
just childish ass motherfuckers that don't know how to value somebody when they're right in front of you. That's all.
That's
Clock
true.
it.
That's all. That's it.
That's true. But yeah, I would, just for my mindset, that's the place that I would go. And I probably could speak for a lot of people that that's where a lot of our mindsets go, that you start blaming yourself because you're trying to keep something that probably you shouldn't be keeping, and you probably haven't realized it, that it's toxic to yourself for trying to please that person Plus, I'm a people pleaser, so that comes into a factor. So yeah,
It's okay. We're working on it.
What the fuck?
That's big ass.
Yeah, that was at least make it a less
Said,
obvious.
aha. Like that meme.
Kawaii. Yeah. Kawhi Leonard.
Listen. I mean, I feel like people can't. I mean, yeah, we're kind of fixing it. Not really, but yeah, they're getting there eventually.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Is it okay to vent to your friends? Let me rephrase. Is it okay to vent to your partner?
Mm-hmm.
Us. Got it.
Right?
About?
You mean is it okay
Yeah.
to vent to your friends about your partner?
It is.
No.
Yes, it is. Well, no, wait.
No, it's not, bro.
No. Depending on the friends. If it's like,
Nah.
Me and Miko's relationship, hell to the fuck yes. But if it's outside of our relationship and it's like mutual friends or like a friend of a friend, hell the fuck no. Why you want all your business to be out there? Like, no, that's not right. But if it's like sister, like, we've been through shit, we went through shit, we cried at shit, we laughed at shit. Yeah. That's
different.
perfectly
I give
fine.
that a pass.
Yeah,
but
that's perfectly fine.
That's barely that. I shouldn't.
I also say too, if it's a one-on-one thing, right? Like I'll bring up Akari and I again. If it's just me and her talking about my relationship, then I feel like it's okay. You know what I mean? But if you're talking in like a group of people, and especially if it's, how do I say this? If it's like someone that we're mutually friends with, not saying that Sunny and Akari aren't friends, but
not. Just kidding. I'm I'm kidding.
But like Akari is my friend, right? Not mainly his. You know what I mean? So like if I went to Brayden and was talking to Brayden about Sunny and I's relationship, I feel like that's one, crossing a line because that's a dude. Two, because it's his friend. And three, it's just not the type of relationship that we have. I will never talk to him one-on-one, without Sunny. So I think it's just like a threefold thing that does play into factor. And then also too, it depends on what we're talking about, right? I'm not going to talk about something that is his trauma or his story to tell, but I will more so say about how a situation that arose affected me and getting her opinion about something. And I will never vent to my family about any relationship issues that we have going on. Because yes, Akari and I are very, very close and heaven forbid anything happens to our relationship. But I feel like family, I'm not saying that this is for Akari and I's situation, but if you have a relationship that is like Akari and I's, right? At the end of the day, we aren't family, like we're not blood, but she's my chosen family. But if I were to like talk about my relationship issues to my mom, it might taint the way she views him in a skewed way that I can't necessarily fix. You know what I mean? And then obviously if him and I continue on this road that we're on, it can cause issues down the line. And that's where I feel like you kind of get those toxic in-laws and stuff like that if you start like just bad mouthing your partner to them.
Yeah.
Agree. I just want to say with the whole venting to friends thing, it's not wrong to vent, but you got to remember that venting shapes how others will see your partner, right? So when it comes to venting, you need to make sure that you have the boundaries. Don't vent about things that you've forgiven.
Yeah.
Don't vent about your partner's vulnerabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Don't vent to people that want your relationship to fail.
Hell yeah.
Don't vent instead of communicating with your partner. That's the big one. Like, rather than talking things out with your partner, you decide to go vent. Like, for what?
You could have just talked to me about it.
Exactly, right? And also, like, always remember that if you do want to vent to your friends, right? Me and my wife, we did this. We have 2 trusted people that we can vent to about anything in our relationship. And we chose those 2 people mutually. Anybody else, I don't talk to nobody about my relationship. You know what I'm saying?
That's way to do
And
it, too.
yeah, because again, these 2, they're not going to be biased. They know the both of us. You get me? And if it's to vent, it's to vent. Excuse me. It's to vent. Yeah, to like release that emotional anger or whatever that's on you, but it's also to seek support. Like, you want to get their advice. Also, I'm gonna say something of this. If you are married, do not take advice from single people. I'm gonna say it again. If you are married, do not take advice from single people. That was embedded in my brain. So, me and my wife are married. The 2 people that we vent to are single. You think I'm taking marriage advice from them? No.
What? You're right.
That's fair.
I ain't even gonna try to fight that. Sometimes they
We
just see
tried.
shit in their mind. I had something to say, but I'm like, that makes sense. But I don't really. If I knew, like, I was married and I was talking to somebody single, and he said something like that throws me off, I'm not gonna take advice. I'm just like, yeah, bro, totally. That was good advice. Thank you.
You're not gonna tell them that you're not married, so
No, because they don't understand, and then try to explain to them, and that's too much. But yeah, bro, totally. Thanks for.
Okay, so
You
then,
also have to ask yourself this. Sorry, you also have to ask yourself, like, when you're venting to them, why are you venting? Are you venting just to be heard, or are you venting to be justified?
Nah.
That's a good way to put it.
Mhm.
But I'm only gonna vent because I need that opinion, or I just need to see how you would think.
Well, you got nobody to talk to.
Fellas, we keep that shit out.
Oh, that's what you're saying to Kari?
If you know, you know.
Huh?
Oh God.
Huh?
Oh God.
Huh?
What happened?
Huh?
What's up?
What?
I don't know. You heard
I was
something?
saying. Yeah, no, I didn't hear nothing. I just said vent with God too.
Anyways, so okay, what about if somebody who's in a relationship, not married, is venting to somebody who's single? Is that okay?
Well, what they gonna do?
Yeah. I say that's more acceptable.
I
Obviously,
follow it as the same thing. If I am in a
Tread lightly.
relationship, why? Right. Exactly.
Tread lightly.
Like, take everything with a salt of grain. Especially if that single friend of yours low-key wants your partner. What the f- You don't know.
Oh yeah.
You don't know.
Actually, yeah, you right.
Dang,
seen that
Nico.
happen in real life.
Oh, God,
you
these
can't,
snakes in
you
the
can't take
grass.
advice from me anymore.
Look,
No,
Do you want my man?
No, hell no.
Talk about
Okay
it.
then.
Talk about it.
Whoa. Yeah, that's what I was. Y'all, I'm talking about like the outsiders. Obviously, trusted friends.
I'm dead. No.
Have your trusted friends and like just
No.
associates. Is that what they call?
No,
And I think that's Sunny and I had this conversation a while before too, and maybe you can talk on it as well if you'd like. It's we talked about this being like men know men and women know women, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, if there was someone that, can I mention the 3 a.m. thing?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Whoa.
So
That's demon time.
for me, this is a situation that's passed. I don't have any feelings about it at all. We talked about it and everything's fine. He had a female friend call him at 3 a.m.
She died?
And she was just venting about the guy she was talking to.
3 a.m.
Okay.
How do I say
That's
this?
it?
Okay.
No. So I just wanna.
She was on the phone with me the entire time, so it's not
Yeah.
like it wasn't there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Then that's not.
So no. For me,
Honey, ain't nobody trying to
personally-
hide nothing or nothing like that. Nothing.
no.
crazy.
It wasn't nothing like crazy. He, like you said, I was on the phone.
Was that
I
conversation
heard
happening
most of the
between you?
conversation of what she was saying. It wasn't like fully clear because we were on the phone. No, she was on the phone, and him and I were like on Discord, so I could hear some of what she was saying. But to me, I don't care if that is your best friend, whatever. I just feel like there are some boundaries when it comes to the opposite sex. And this is one of them. And obviously we never encountered a situation like this before. We never had a conversation about this before. Never really thought that I would have an issue with it, but I did. My standpoint of it was that I don't feel like another female should be calling you at 3 a.m. There's
Did y'all have that
operation
conversation,
hours. 10 o'clock should be the cutoff time. No, we didn't have a conversation about it previous to this.
There you go.
We
You
had a
learned this
conversation when it happened,
Mhm.
right? And it
But you
wasn't
didn't
like
place
one of
any
those.
blame, though.
Say that again.
You ain't placed any blame though. I hope not.
What do you mean?
Blame, like you didn't blame.
Like you said, you had a conversation right after.
No, I don't think that there's anything to blame. Like I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, because again, this was 3 a.m. I don't think I ever was like,
Why is she
why are
calling
you
you?
doing da
Why you
da da
answer the
like
phone? Who is she?
yeah, no, it wasn't like a whole I don't want to say it wasn't an
You're just curious.
interrogation.
You're just
Okay.
curious.
No, I was more than curious. I was upset.
Mm.
But
I mean, yeah, right,
but
dude,
for
'cause-
me it wasn't like I was upset at him.
At him. Okay.
It was just like, why is this bitch calling you?
Yeah.
I'll pause.
Oh my
I
god.
won't call her.
Damn.
I won't call her a
No,
bitch.
no.
But it's not like I'm calling her a bitch. But you know what I mean?
I know
In
what you
my
mean.
head,
In retrospect,
this is what I mean.
like,
you know, like at that time,
No, I
I was
get
like,
it.
who's this bitch calling him at 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
First of all, second of all, what's so important that it couldn't wait till the morning? You know what I mean? Now, if it was like his friend and whether male or female, and they were in a rough place, you know what I mean? Like, I think we've all had friends where if they were in a rough place, like emergency wise, and they needed to talk to someone, I'm okay with that. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so you
I'm
have
glad that they have someone to
exceptions.
support. You know what I mean? But she was just calling him to basically chat about the nigga that she was unsatisfied with. And this is where I mean, where women know women.
I don't want to.
I will never claim to think or know how she feels about Sonny, but on some level, and I know women are way more emotionally attached.
At one point, she
Then-
had some sort of affection towards Sonny, which is why she called him, which is what made you upset.
Yes, that's how I
Got it.
feel. I don't know her. I don't think I've had a one-on-one conversation with her before. I don't think she's a bad person. I don't know enough about her to make a judgment about that. However, to me, it's just one of those things. If you don't feel comfortable enough with that person on some type of level, that is way more intimate than I would care for it to be, you wouldn't just call him up at 3 a.m. for something so small. And I really do applaud Sonny. He's never made me feel like I wasn't a priority for him. Never once in that conversation do I feel like, oh, this nigga's really flirting with her. Oh, okay. Frankly, he was kind of rude to her at some points.
Yeah.
Like, he was like,
Like,
why are you on
telling
my
me
phone?
this? Like,
yeah, like
Yeah,
literally,
like,
he was like,
literally.
why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
So that's why I never had
Yeah.
blame
I'm
for
trying to go
him.
to bed.
I never had
you
blame
know,
for
everyone has
him.
intentions, yeah.
But it was just like, I don't like how she did
That
it
feeling.
or what she did. I didn't like that feeling of her having access to him outside of operation hours.
I get it.
Operation, that boy on the schedule. I
It's
fuck with
honestly,
it.
I think it's the same for a lot of people. It's the same for a lot of people. Like,
Doors is closed.
look, I don't have nobody call my phone after like 11 p.m. I don't put my phone on D&D, none of that. It's just
I do.
after 11 o'clock, like, if you're not a blood relative or if you are dying,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you to call my phone. Whatever you gotta say can wait till the next morning. And to think of it, I don't think I ever had that conversation with my wife, but ain't nobody calling her phone.
Because
at
you would
11
think,
o'clock.
you
know
would
what I'm saying?
think that
Right.
would be.
But
Now,
if somebody
if
was
he
to
was
call,
single, then I don't. He's a
yeah,
grown
that's
man, he can do
different.
what he wants.
Exactly, that's different.
But if him and I are always on, we sleep together, I'm gonna hear what you say regardless. So I don't know.
He put you on Discord, but but
We talked
gotta-
about that too.
You got it. You just put the little button on the
what,
mic.
so what? He can't put himself on mute on Discord.
No, just do that.
Let him
Little
tell
button
it.
on the mic.
I'm not gonna speak for him.
No, Sonny wouldn't do it. He's a respectable young man.
Exactly, and
You wouldn't
honestly,
do that.
as long as that boundary is placed, bro, I don't think that should be a concern.
You gonna
But
have these
again,
people out
like-
here thinking like I control you, bro. Say something.
You got him on the schedule.
It's too late for
That's
that.
true.
Like,
Operation hours.
That's outside of hours of operation. That's
Yes.
Yes,
But again,
he a
3 a.m.
amusement
is
park.
diabolical. Don't
No,
the only phone call
Feel
you
like
get
can
in
be.
at 3 a.m.
Yeah, it can be.
honestly is a booty call. That's the come
Hey, yo.
Yo, yeah.
That's the come through. Whether it's a text
It is
message
very
or a
late.
phone call.
It
how
is
much the
very
tickets cost.
She tell me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Akari is kind of quiet though.
She processed literally, you know.
Mhm.
She nonchalant now. That's
Bruh.
all I gotta say.
All right, Akari nonchalant as hell.
Yo, I'm like,
Exactly. So nonchalant.
I know. What?
It's all right. You gonna
But
send
it's
him
just
that- you
it's
gonna
just
send him
tying
that
it
text
all
message at
back
3
to
a.m.?
like what we were saying. It's just like
Text him at 3 a.m. Do it. My bad. Go ahead.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, he's gonna get punched. Anyways.
Go ahead.
Oh, violent.
but like I don't know, just tying that story back to what we were like talking about initially. It's just I feel like there are people that are okay and then there's people that aren't okay. Like and if he were to vent to this individual about our relationship, that goes back to what you were saying, Sauce. I feel like then it's like she has room to wiggle her little ass in between us. Whereas,
you know the play.
right. Whereas
Detail.
if it was like Akari, if he went to Akari and vented to her about our relationship, I would be okay with that. I don't think that would be something that would really be done. But, you know, just giving an example of opposite sex, but
Closer,
different
like-
levels of acceptability.
Again, just talk about it. That's all it comes down to. Like, set the boundary. If y'all have mutual friends, yeah, these are the only people. Like, if we going through something and you need to vent, like, yeah, you could tell them. If not, seek a therapist. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, because the people that I vent to regarding my relationship, they are both of the opposite sex. But again, that's a conversation that we've had. That's the people we've chosen.
Sounds suspicious. You calling them at 3 a.m.?
There's
You calling them at 3 a.m.?
Hell no, nigga. I'm asleep
Alright,
at 3
alright, I had
a.m.
to
I'm
make
in
sure, I had
Discord
to
at
make
3
sure.
a.m. All right. Look,
You just up playing like, fuck.
that's fine. Like, I dog sit
I
for
had to
one,
make
and
sure,
the other
I had to
one
make
is a
sure.
mentor to my wife. Like, that's it.
Oh, okay, all right. Connection.
Yeah. Make sure you're not choosing people that you've had or felt some sort of chemistry with.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
you can't trust them.
That's not
You
gonna
can't
work.
trust
Yeah,
them because now you walk in the house and now they looking at you all weird.
everything your wife do
Yeah.
starts to get your partner does starts to get annoying, and then you just gonna start reaching out to the other person. They're gonna start making you feel good, and then you gonna start reminiscing about, damn, this could have been us. Nah, the shit don't work like that, baby.
Speaking of, I might gotta.
On to the next topic. This is gonna get here.
Yeah. No, I was thinking in my head. I might have a diary.
Role. So the next category, essentially, that was ending communication wars. The next category is like roles, money, and real life. So are there men and women roles in your guys' opinion?
Yes and no.
And like in a relationship,
I was like, you might have to like double back on the question because like even when I read it, I was a bit confused on what like the premise of you asking that question was. To be honest,
Just like roles in general, how would
like
you
gender
define?
roles?
like per se,
Gender
like
roles,
what, like
essentially, yeah.
traditional or like what exactly?
No, I mean you can make it however you want it to be. It's a broad question to not narrow the conversation, but in a relationship, are there certain roles that a woman fulfills, and then is there some roles that a male or men fulfills? Is it an actual task?
I'll
you
try
know?
to answer. Well, first and foremost, I do believe that is a loaded question.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
That's a lot to unpack.
Let's start some shit. I'm trying to
You're trying to do
yes.
start.
I'm so
bro,
bad.
I'm being nonchalant.
Okay, so yes, I do believe that there are gender roles in relationships, and that comes from like the way you're raised, like how your family modeled you, or like cultural norms. Like again, coming from a Haitian household, you know, the woman's always cooking and cleaning. You know what I mean? So
Not for me.
So yeah, I think traditional roles like that still appeal to some people. Everybody's different. I believe it can be a problem, the whole gender role thing, because of like you're expecting your partner to do something based off of their gender. Like, don't expect your wife to cook for you all the time because that's what you expect the wife to do, right? Or like one partner is carrying more domestic or like emotional labor, especially if it's not discussed, right? Like in my marriage, gender roles probably wasn't spoken of. Gender roles was spoken about briefly before we got married, right? But we didn't have an in-depth conversation of it, honestly, probably till like last year, right? And
trash.
that's my job. Like she ain't never taken out the trash. And I'm gonna be real. Okay, so as a husband, right? I feel like if gender roles were like a thing, as a husband, I am the provider, am the safe haven. You get what I'm saying? Something's broken, needs to be fixed. I got you. Trash, got you. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what I see. When it comes to the women, I don't see them as someone who cooks, cleans, and stuff like that. I just see y'all as like emotional support. Like if I'm tackling all these things, I just want her role to be just like my backbone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna get weak at one point. I'm gonna need her to strengthen me up. You feel me?
Which is real. Yeah.
But not to say like, oh nah, like I need you to cook, I need you to clean. If we have kids, you're the one that's nurturing our kids. Like I'm not with all that, and she not with all that either. I'll tell you that right now. But like again, I feel like it's something that has to be communicated again. It's communicated with between the two of you. Like, what do you expect your partner to do in your relationship. Y'all not married or nothing like that. I'm gonna use you and Sunny as an example, right? So I ain't gotta worry about tossing out the trash. You feel me? But like, if y'all ever do decide to experiment with living with each other, right? Who's doing the dishes? Like for me, for example, when it comes to doing the dishes, my wife doesn't like actually washing them, but she can dry them, so which is cool. We'll make it a partner task. I'll wash, she dries. When it comes to laundry, she'll put everything in the load, but she doesn't like folding, so I'll fold. You know what I'm saying? So it all comes down to it's an equal partnership. Like it's an agreement. It's communication. But anything that is not spoken of and it's based off of expectations, it's going to, excuse my language, fuck y'all up.
Yeah.
That must be nice. I didn't grow up that way at all.
Oh no, yeah.
I didn't grow up that way at all.
La vie assiette.
No. It was more of like, again, you guys know that my parents are Haitian, but like, I didn't grow up traditionally as a Haitian daughter. It was more of my dad did the cleaning, my dad did the cooking, my dad still went to work, he did all the laundry, he took us to school shopping, clothes shopping. All that you think a traditional wife did, my dad did. And still taking care of 2 kids that are not his and then 2 kids that are his. You know, I mean, and you can't say, I mean, I guess.
Wait, who said damn?
No. I guess you can say, I can't really say my mom was the breadwinner because they both worked. It's just that my mom took on more jobs than my dad did. But she was not really the cook. She was not really, I mean, she cooks sometimes, but not as good as my dad.
I was about to say, could she cook?
Yeah, so she was not the cook. She didn't really clean. She mostly was working majority of the time. So me growing up now, looking at like me looking for a partner, I do try to, not try to because I was kind of daddy's little girl. Like I do try to find a man that equals up to my dad because I respect him, what he does.
Yeah.
And that's.
And you should.
And then like, I like cooking, but I don't cook often. I would like a man who knows how to cook. And I do see the values that Sauce said, like, yes, is going to come down to equality inside the household, regardless if you're a man or woman. It shouldn't matter. As long as if you understand that your partner likes something, and if that partner does, like you say, your wife does not like to wash dishes, but you can wash them and she can dry them. That's perfect. It still puts your hands into that relationship and still put your hands into that role without saying, no, you're a woman, you should know how to wash or do dishes and do this and put away shut. No. Some people like things, some people don't like things, and that's how you're supposed to work it out. And I feel like more people should do it that way instead of saying, no, you're a man, you should be a breadwinner. Because most women are breadwinners and most men are stay-at-home dads. Okay. Like, I don't know.
Where?
What do you mean where?
Not bad.
There's a lot of stay-home dads.
I be scrolling on my social media.
That's your social media. That's your social media.
I don't know if it's real, but
I don't know any men that stay home.
I see so many men on TikToks that are stay-home dads.
Well, I need to talk to them.
Social media.
I need to find them.
I
need to find them.
No, I don't. I think there's like certain rules. Like it's also saying the girl should come first. Obviously, text shit like that. But I think it should be both. And I mean, basically what Saul's saying talked about, like, because I don't think it should be downsized that you do this, you do that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, even like married or not, just in general, nobody should be expecting anybody to do anything. In a relationship, you shouldn't expect them to pay. For example, this is very vague, but like all your bills. Like I see that all the time. Like, as a man, you shouldn't do this. As a man, you shouldn't pay half the rent on rent. Like I see shit like that all the time. Kind of crazy, because why is it like that? Like, what makes it just a man should pay the rent?
I don't
Or-
know.
That's social norms.
Yeah,
I
that's
know it
social
is, but I'm
norm.
just
I don't-
it's still
That's-
affects.
that's-
It still
that's
gives
all
people
that.
influence.
I don't
like,
know
oh
what
shit.
makes I don't know what makes it because like again back into my household like my mom paid the mortgage. My mom paid the house. It's just that my dad took care of the like laundry, groceries, taking care of the kids, making sure the kids have money for school shit. You know, it was just the roles were reversed because my mom made more than my dad, even though he was working. She just made more, so she took on majority of the bills than my dad did. Not saying that he didn't contribute to the
So
bills.
it was
He definitely
equivalent.
did.
It was equivalent to what they both made.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
basically.
traded out. See,
Yeah.
I like that. They traded out. Okay, you make more, you're gonna pay this. All right.
Yeah,
while you're at
exactly.
Working longer hours.
Yeah, like there's some things that he will contribute to, like internet or like water bill or something like to the bills to help out.
That's
But
yeah.
the
That's
majority was my mom paying for the house.
See, that's different. I think, like I said, even either side, male or female, they should first. Like, if you see me paying all the bills, obviously, all right, let me do a little bit more.
I think it can
Girls paying all the bills, man should all right,
be.
he's
Yeah,
working, making. All right, let me at least clean up,
true.
make dinner sometimes or whatever.
It might be an age thing too, because my parents are 10 years apart. So
It probably
So my mom's older, so it might be an age thing too. But I think it's more of like how my dad grew up, more respect, and like where he grew up, it was looked up, like down upon for men to cook, and he cooked in secret from his mother.
That'd be. See, that's it. For y'all, listen. That's how we should be. And as a grown man, you should.
Like you would get
I
bullied,
don't know. I was gonna say something.
bullied and hated
Seeing that,
for that.
they don't know. That's why.
Yeah.
I feel like that's part
Shout
of
out to him. Let's give a shout out.
skills, though. Like you should know how to cook for yourself without the opposite.
Yeah, see, I don't know how to cook though, so that won't be me. But hey, I can learn. If I had to.
But not like extravagant things, but at least to like
Basic, like
Basic
not-
stuff.
to
cook some
for you
noodles.
to survive.
If you can't cook rice, get out of my house, okay? At least rice.
I'll learn. Give me some part. Or they got rice cookers, so like
Exactly.
Really need
That's what I'm saying. At least rice, because
My
there's
family be asking me to operate
make some
the rice cooker. I'm like, y'all don't know
how to
easy. Why am I the designated rice cooker, yo?
oh
I
my
just
God.
started-
I
I
hate when
just
you get
started
something
using
you
a
know
rice
how to
cooker.
work.
Really? Yeah, I don't.
I make my rice from scratch. man.
Yeah. See, I think most cultures like we do it from scratch. We don't do rice cookers.
How you make rice from scratch?
So basically, you don't have.
I cook my rice.
Yeah.
From scratch. I don't use a rice cooker.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh.
plant
You just cook
the
it.
rice and
Well,
make
you
No,
said
it's
cook
not
it.
just
I'm not doing
cooking
that.
it.
Bro, that's cooking. That's
No.
getting a bag of rice, putting the water in. And all.
No, Haitians don't do that. Haitians do not do
we
that.
sure don't.
We don't do that.
Nah, especially if you want
You
to
just cut it.
What
your
a
rice
good
let
fluffy
your rice
rice.
cooker make deep. Look, the rice cooker can only make white rice. Okay, try to make black rice. Go
Right,
ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
we
y'all are
take the
talking
extra
about
Go ahead.
regular rice. Then y'all are talking about like actual
Different
rice
variants.
dishes.
No,
No. Just regular
right.
white rice, black rice,
I still
yellow
don't use
rice.
rice
Like
cooker.
we do it different. We don't use a rice
Yeah.
cooker.
What if isn't it the same thing? You
Wait,
put
I'm-
water in.
No,
So
I
Mika,
think
we
me and
not
Jay
gonna-
are on the
So,
same
okay,
page.
so how we do, I don't know if Sauce, this is how you do it. How we do it, we put oil in there and we let the oil boil for a little bit, and then is it a leek? That's what it's called? We put a plant in.
Y'all not. That's the thing. But y'all not making just plain white rice.
No, it is plain white
Yeah,
rice. It's
even if
nothing.
it is plain
it's
white rice,
Yeah, it's
I gotta
plain.
hear y'all not
But
making
we
plain
we
rice.
kind of
That's the white
yeah. So the thing is, we
Y'all are not
boil-
making plain white
so
rice.
we boil the little, I don't know, I don't think it's called a leek, but it's a plant that we put it into the oil and we let that burn so it brings flavor to the rice.
The flavor.
And then we pour water on top of that, then rice, and let that cook in there.
And make sure you wash your rice. please.
Yeah, and
Thank
wash
you.
your rice as well. Yeah, but that's how we
We
do
just got a
it.
little-
We don't just put
little
rice,
extra
wash
steps.
rice, put rice, water, done. We put
Sometimes you
seasoning in
put
it.
water, man.
That is not no regular fucking
Then-
rice. Anyway, Jay, do you have anything to add?
Oh my god. Who?
Hello,
Good talk. Good talk.
Good talk.
Sunny.
Oh, I ain't got nothing to add. I mean, I grew up with like my grandma. Like, I mean, I split that with my grandma and my mom. My mom's single mother, 4 kids, right? So like, I grew up with my grandma learning how to do like shoveling the snow, cutting grass and shit, and like in traditional aspect like that. But I also learned to like do my own laundry, clean, cook. So like, yeah, there's roles in like relationships, right? But it's really like you guys said, it comes down to communication on what you want to expect from one person for what the other person expects from you. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I got.
Real.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the same way as y'all. For me personally, in my relationship, it's a little bit different. I do think that there's male and female roles, whether that be socially or like actual tasks. Like I think, and this is how I would like my household to be ran. I want my husband to be the head of the household. You know what I mean? So like, y'all don't flame me, but this is just how I.
Oh, brother, let's hear it.
But like, I want it to be like what he says goes. You know what I mean? So like,
with that. I see.
If our child was like, "Mom, I want to go to so and so's house," right? And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have an issue with it, but ask your father." That's how I kind of want it to be. Like, I want to have a say, but ultimately it's up to your father whether or not you do it. You know what I mean? And I think that can be achieved if your husband still values your opinion and values your stand in the family. But also too, I want it to be where like, it's not like, oh, mom is the byproduct. Mom is still the focus, or my wife is still the focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do feel like men should always be, not always. No, I take that back. I do feel like men should be the protector and provider.
Yeah, I agree.
When whatever providing means, whether that be financially or doing tasks around the house that are predicated to you, I feel like that should always be done. Or Sunny and I, for example, we already have those conversations because we want to set ourselves up for, an understanding down the line. So it's just like, it's natural conversations that come about. So like I mentioned like the finance thing earlier today. We had that conversation because that was just a conversation that rose up for us. In terms of like planning how we want our relationship to progress in the future. And we've talked about necessarily like what, not in depth, but more so like tasks around the house. Like, I don't cook.
I don't cook.
It's not that I don't want to cook. It's just that I live in a house with 5 people, and my grandmother is the main one that cooks. So it's not that I don't want to cook. I just don't really have a huge opportunity to cook. And I get also really self-conscious about people tasting the food that I cook because I don't want it to be like, oh, this was actually shit. And then
why don't you cook for your peoples?
Or lying to me, yeah. And it's just like,
why don't you cook?
I don't know. It's just one of those things. But like, I want to be that traditional wife. I want to be like, okay, if the opportunity presents itself, I want to take care of the kids. If I can stay home and maybe like I already work from home, but like if I can, work from home and still take care of the kids in the house, I would be more than happy to do so. Like if that wouldn't affect me if my husband was like, hey, do you think you can do X, Y, and Z for the family? It doesn't bother me. I know that bothers some women, right? Maybe I'd be a little bit more a different tune if I had like a career that I really enjoyed, you know what I mean? But that's where I think it comes down to like your individual relationships and what works for you guys and your dynamic. But and I think Sunny really thought this was funny. If we are at a family function, you are not making your own fucking plate. You're just not. 'Cause I'm not gonna have
That's very
everybody and their
true.
mother talking about me.
That's true.
Here's the thing. I was like, when I could, I'm a
When I
grown
go
man, I
out,
can make my own damn
you don't mind
plate.
as man?
Like, it don't matter.
Nah, that's true.
I'm not gonna
Like,
expect you to,
Huh?
but if you do,
Yeah,
you do
exactly.
it.
I don't expect you to do it.
If it's 20
If-
minutes past and I'm still waiting,
Nah, like if me and my
No.
wife went
Hungry.
to an event and they had like what's that shit called? What, it's like buffet style where you gotta grab your own food and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like normally I would just go and get my own plate. Again, I'm just gonna go and get my plate, right? But again, Haitian culture, it's been, I guess you could say, embedded, or it's
I think it's just
implanted
black
into the woman,
culture
like,
too.
Yeah, it might be black.
to where the wife will grab the plate for the husband. Like, yeah.
You're not about to have my aunties talking about me. That's for damn sure. But I think he thought, I won't put words in your mouth, but in my opinion, I think he thought that was more of like a foreign type of concept. Like it wasn't like something that was what he grew up with. Whereas
You
for
heard me tell the women, I appreciate never made my plate. You do it all the time. Yeah.
no, what I'm
It's not
saying is
necessarily
like,
that I didn't
I'm not
expect you to do it
in
or
terms
wanna
of
do
like
it.
a relationship wise. I don't think it's like women have to make your plate. I don't think that was like an
Yeah,
expectation for you.
Mhm.
But like my mom makes everyone's plate every day for dinner.
Mhm.
Like my dad doesn't, I don't want to say go as far as says that my dad expects it, but not expects it out of he doesn't expect it out of duty, but it's expected because that's just routine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
'cause
my
after
mom
a while,
does it all the time. So of course we just expect when she calls, that's just when dinner is or whatever. And it's just like they all expect me to clean the kitchen and put the dishes away when it's over. It's more so of a role, more so than a social thing. But I think that when it comes to like black culture, when if it was him and I, like you said, at like a buffet style restaurant, if he wants to make his own plate, I'm not gonna like force him to make it for him, or let me make it for him, I should say. But if we are at a family function, if we're at home, like that's how I want to show my love and affection for you. I'm making your plate. You just tell me what you want and I'll do it for you. But as far as like different roles, I'm not touching trash. I'm not mowing the lawn. I am not shoveling snow.
I make my wife do everything.
You
Like,
can change
no.
his tire.
No. And he told me that.
No, you should.
no,
really-
No, ask, bro,
Sunny-
because
Sunny
like, what
told
if
me
you're
that.
not
You
around or
learn-
something?
you
You're
gonna-
letting
you
me
gonna
know
learn
change
how to
their
change the
tire.
tire.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
you
like
gonna
they
learn
can't
how
have
to do it
once
another
you learn how to
dude
do it.
rolling up. on
Facts. I agree. You gonna learn the basic. You gonna learn how to change
It
the
is, it's not
tire.
necessarily
You gonna
like
learn how to
we
put
expect you
oil
to
in
do
your
it. It's
car.
just more so for like a safety precaution
Knowledge.
too.
If
We
Yeah.
are not
You know what I
here.
mean?
If we're not here or something happens to us, you have that knowledge to do it by yourself. That's the only reason. It's not like, oh,
Mhm.
you got to go change your tire, babe. My tire's flat. Oh, you know how to change it? Go change it yourself. No, it ain't that.
I might
It's
say
if
that.
he's not here, not available, or bedridden,
Fucking
you
Jay,
have the
like, I might
knowledge
say
to do
that.
it yourself. All right.
I don't
I
want to.
100% agree.
But it's like
Then
having-
You
that's
should
your
know the
problem.
knowledge.
Like,
You
it's
should know the
having a
knowledge.
tooth,
And
you're
then
not-
at that point, that is your problem. You go ahead and drive your car with your bald ass tires, and that shit will
Fuck something up, and
explode.
then now I gotta pay.
And you go, what you gonna do? You gonna end up calling me? Nah, boo boo. I taught you how to do it. I can't. I'm injured right now. I can't do nothing for you.
My leg broke.
Mm.
Shit.
Exactly.
But as a man, I can't let no other man change my like girl tire because then that
Oh.
leads to something. Now he got something over me and shit. Now I gotta fight. Simple as that.
Like fixing thing in the house. If I come to you and I tell you like, hey, such and such broke, I don't feel like I should ask you
No.
to fix it. I should feel not like saying I don't want to sound like a dickhead, but like
No,
I don't.
that's-
If I tell you something's broken in the house, I shouldn't have to say, can you fix it? Or and I don't
Put it
want
on
to
the
bother
to-do
you
list.
about fixing
I'm a
it.
Add it to the to-do list. Yo.
Yeah, I get to it when I get to it. I got you, baby.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm not
Like,
gonna, and I don't
yeah.
want to be that type of person that's just like badgering you about it. So if unless you have a track record, right, of like forgetting that there's some stuff that needs to be done, then I'll remind you just because I have a shit memory, so I understand.
To-do list.
But that's actually a good idea, having like a calendar or something like
well,
on the
yeah,
Oh,
freezer.
yeah,
and
well,
you
well,
have,
not
like,
the calendar. Not the
Yeah.
calendar.
well,
Just-
I guess
say that,
for me,
because
I'm more
Or
so
white
of
wood
like
on the
a
fridge. That's all you
I'm a
do.
very structured person when it comes to
Yeah, I don't think me and my
how
wife
I
have a shared
function
calendar.
and stuff like that. So when it comes to like if there's a grocery, like this is just how my family and I operate currently. If there is something that we have going on, we have a family group chat and we will message inside of it. If someone's late or someone's not having dinner, we text in there. Or if there's like we know each other's
I'll add Sunny in
routines
there.
to operate the maybe one day if he plays his cards right. But
Pressure, the pressure.
I don't know.
But,
What y'all group chat be going on? I don't know if I want to be in there. No.
yeah, they be messaging
I had to put
late
my
as
shit on
hell.
D&D.
But like for groceries and stuff like that, we have a list on the fridge that anyone can add something to if we wanted it to be on the grocery list that my grandmother orders for the week. So we have like set days to where each person does their laundry. We clean on Saturday mornings. We have church on Sunday. So it's more so just how I was brought up and raised. Like my dad made me literally miter my corners on my bed. So it's one of those things. And there's like Akari said, there's expectations that you have from your daddy. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just,
Yeah.
if my dad doesn't fix things, he's more so of like I'll pay somebody to come do it type of person. But I don't know, if I saw Sonny putting together a fucking shelf,
Basic knowledge.
you in
yeah,
that
but-
shelf look mighty good.
Yeah, I agree. That's
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I was
Did
like,
everybody
wait.
just
I was
die?
like, wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, wait. Did my shit disconnect?
Yeah, I thought like I had to look at Discord like what the fuck happened.
All right.
But
I guess that's
we're
it. That's
definitely
all right.
coming up on our time. Just a few more questions. We're not going to add this part in, but just that silence was deafening. So we'll run through the last, and we won't go through the bonus
not a
questions
thing.
really. We will
Not
just
bad.
leave those for
Already
like
went to
another episode or something like that. But is quality time always better than quantity?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the love language? Quality time or quantity time? Right?
Well,
What's the
even-
difference for love languages? Quantity time is not one of them. That should tell you something.
True. Yeah, because I can make myself like hang out with you every day. Not really spending time. We done hung out every day of the month, but 2 of those months we actually enjoyed it. It really is not. It's just the amount, like. But yeah, this goes back to like even just your work ethic, like anything. You'd rather have quality over quantity.
I feel like it's one of those things is that they both serve their own purpose, right? And what I mean by that is that obviously it's always important to have dedicated quality time, whether that be parallel play, whether that be you guys going on a date night or, you know, making structured time to do an activity together. Or if your schedules are busy, right, and you don't have a lot of time to really pencil in quality time, I don't think that the quantity in which you guys spend time together should be missed either. Because I feel like those smaller moments are still important when it comes to keeping a relationship alive. And I always feel like I say this, but Sunny and I were talking, and we talked about the point of, let's say if we have really busy schedules, we might work on different times or whatever. And then if we're getting up in the morning, we have, even though it's not a long time, we eat breakfast together. I still feel like even though that's not quality time, it's still time that should not be missed, and it can still give you the opportunity to check in with each other, even when it's not an actual planned thing to do.
I get it. I still choose quality over quantity, though. Most definitely.
What about you, babe?
Quality, for sure. Quality, I think is. But I also think quality time is also like one of my biggest love languages, because I'm a big like advocate for, like, I feel like multiple people can have like different like love languages depending on like how they're feeling for the day or what they may need for that day or whatever the case may be. But like quality time, I think, is like one of the biggest things for me, especially when like I could get your undivided attention and we could just like hang out, kick it, or we ain't even gotta be doing the same stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you want to read a book, Like, I'll go play a game or do whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the fact of knowing that you're there, and if I want to have a conversation, we can talk about something, or vice versa. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Akari?
Probably more quality over quantity. I don't like quantity. I was in what exactly though?
Just
Like,
time. Just
yeah. So like,
time you spend with the other person.
would you rather spend 30 minutes with your partner every single day, but the both of you are just on your phone, not really paying each other attention? Or would you rather, like, you guys set an hour every week to where it's just the two of you, you have your undivided attention, whether y'all watching a movie together, whether you're just talking, whatever the case may be? Would you go with A or would you go with B?
See, that's hard because I'm an introvert. That's hard for me because I'm like, I wouldn't mind being in the same space as somebody and we're not talking. I feel like your presence there is enough for me.
Fuck with that.
But like, if we made plans and you're doing that, okay, yeah, I would be like, yeah, that's not cute. Like, we need to start talking. We're out, we're doing something together. We should not be silent and on our phones. Definitely. But if we're like chilling at home, nothing really to do, and we just like by each other, your company is enough for me. Just seeing you is enough for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. So both ways, I guess.
But should your partner be your best friend?
Yep.
Yeah, I would say.
It's a very vague question, but
I feel like it
It just
depends.
depends on like how good you and your partner are with them.
It
Yes, too,
depends.
also.
It depends. I mean,
What does it
I
depend
don't
on?
know. I don't know.
because like I don't know if you can't. I mean, then again, for some people, I can't speak for others, but for some people, yes, your partner will become a stranger to one of your best friends in the long run. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's a better relationship when you're already the best friend already, and then you guys got together later, because then you already know that person. You don't have to learn about that person again. You already know that person. But I feel like from strangers to best friend, I feel like for you to get to that best friend point, you have to learn everything about that person in the beginning. And I feel like that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's just me.
And also, you gotta remember, like, what stage of the relationship? Like,
Yeah,
I know we're
when do
using
you
the
become
term
best
partner,
friends?
but like, if y'all just boyfriend and girlfriend, like, y'all may have not hit that stage yet. Like, you probably got another best friend, but yeah, that's your boyfriend, that's your girlfriend. You feel me? But y'all still learning about each other, right? My wife and I, we married. We've been together for like 10 years, married for 4. I can say she's my best friend, yeah, 100%, because I know everything about her. She know everything about me. We took that time to learn about each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I hit a goal or whatever the case may be, like, I have something I want to celebrate, she the first person I'm gonna tell. If something is pissing me off, upset, I'm like down in the dumps, she's the first person I'm gonna tell. Like, 100%, she's my best friend, because I know I got her support and everything else like that, right? But yeah, I believe if you are in a relationship for a long term, that person will be your best friend, because they're going to know everything about you, hopefully.
I feel like yes, they should be your they should be your friend at the very least, but I feel like the ouch, I have this crick in my neck and it is not loving me right now. I feel like at the very least, your relationship should be based off of friendship. I feel like the relationships that last the longest, you guys were friends first. And I don't mean like friend zone for 10 plus years. And because if y'all been friends that long, you're probably not gonna make it out of that stage. However, if y'all were friends for a couple months before y'all dated and you got the opportunity to learn each other despite the expectations of relationships and what comes with that, I feel like you are already on a good foot and on your way to being best friends. And I can't imagine spending the rest of my life with someone and not considering them to be my best friend.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but on that note, there's just one last question. I'm kind of switching it up here because I feel like we should end on a saucy note. It may not be that saucy, but is flirting cheating? Like, it's gonna be like, no, I can flirt with whoever I want.
Depends.
Whoa.
Depends. Depends on the reason of the flirting. That's what I'm gonna say. And the reason I say it is, if I was a bartender and I know that I would have to flirt to get tips, I'm flirting. If your partner is a stripper and she gotta flirt to get tips, she flirting.
That's her job, though.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So again, it depends on the reason of the flirting.
Okay.
I'm gonna play the same side because, like, I've been with my homegirls, right? Like, we've been out, and then they do a little, I guess, call it flirting. Not even flirting, just somebody buy the whole group shots. Gotta use that as an advantage. It happened multiple times. Shit, walking in, hey, here's 3 round of shots because she said hi to dude, and he thought she was flirting with him. If
I don't
it
know. Would you be
escalates
okay
too
with
far,
that in that situation, babe? Let's say if like a guy was like, "Oh, let me buy you drinks,"
I guess.
and I was like,
He
"Oh,
just buy everybody
you
motherfucking drinks, and I'm gonna
buy
like
2 drinks, get 2 first.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I don't give a fuck. But we gonna drink it together. He gonna watch from a distance. Appreciate the drinks.
Yeah, now, if you
I
come
can
back with a
see
drink
Sonny,
for
like,
yourself,
toasting the guy in the air, just be like, "Yo,
Yeah, thank you.
thanks."
How you doing?
yeah, I would do that, but don't say I'm like that. I was just there to make him mad, and then later on,
Yeah, like, I don't find it cheating. Like, again, if it's harmless, non-sexual, cool. If your partner knows about it and they comfortable with it, cool. Again, if it's part of your personality, or like if it's just something that you got to do, whether it's for work, whatever the case, cool. I just feel like it becomes a problem if it's being hidden or deleted
Yeah.
Texts. You know what I'm saying? If emotional energy is now being redirected away from your partner, that's your problem. And if it escalates towards emotional or physical intimacy, that's a problem. Like, always remember, if you're not going to do it in front of your partner, it's cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I see him go to the bathroom and I see the guy that just bought a shot also go that way, I'll be like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, I think that's like another thing too. Is like I told Miko, I was like, yo, like I don't give a fuck. You compliment a girl all day long, whatever the case may be, but don't let a motherfucker walk up next to us and then you say, oh, you smell good or something. Like not directly in front of me. You know what I mean? Like I don't fuck that.
I guess that I would kind of feel that way.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like right in front of like,
even though it's harmless, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Like what the fuck? Like I could have asked him if I thought he smelled good. I could have asked him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, let me see.
That'd be what you got on, bro? That might give me that stuff. You know what I mean? Like
my car. Let's hear it.
Wait, so what if? I'm sorry. When it comes to perfume, I'm a perfume fanatic. So what if I want to know if I like the scent and I wanted to get it from my person? Is it okay to ask him like, oh that smells really good?
Yeah,
what
because
are you wearing?
Yeah, for sure. Because you asking for like you to purchase that item for yourself. You know what I mean?
But here's me. I would turn to my partner. I was like, dang, he smells good. Let me go ask. That's what I would say.
And then he would most likely pull you and be like, calm your ass down. Like,
because I would question my partner, so like, don't you think he smells good? Like, do you smell that? And if they agree, I'm like, I'm gonna go ask.
So
I think also too, if you're with Akari though, you would know also too how much she does like perfumes and scents and stuff like that. So I don't think for her it would really be so abnormal to approach somebody about what they're wearing.
So we know what to get her for her birthday.
Smell goods and shit.
Yeah, she loves fucking smell goods and stuff.
Yeah, I need some too.
But her birthday already passed, so y'all kind of missed about.
Yeah,
anyways,
well, my birthday coming up tight.
Fuck your birthday.
Fuck your birthday.
Anyways.
Since we on the topic, you know, my birthday is Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday type.
See, me and Soul's birthday.
I'm getting lit.
Listeners out there, get us.
No.
Also, all y'all around the same. Sunny's birthday just passed. Akari's birthday just passed.
Oh wait,
y'all is coming up.
Happy late birthdays that I
wasn't aware of. January the 21st or something like that.
Yeah.
Sunny's was the 29th.
Nobody told me.
How the fuck do I remember that?
What do you mean nobody
told me?
Excuse me? It's in our profile.
Excuse me?
Excusez-moi? It's in our profile.
I want to be on Discord like that.
Oh my god. I want to be on Discord. Y'all suck.
You should have reminded me.
That is not my job. Okay? That is not my job.
That is not my job. But yeah, no, for me, y'all know I'm a little unhinged.
And petty.
I ain't that petty.
It's a dangerous line to play with. It's a dangerous line to play with, I feel like, so you should avoid it, but
yeah, just like
no, I'm very much what's mine is mine, and if it's not yours, then it's damn sure not yours. So when it comes to, and I hate to make it go back a little bit, but it's more so of like one of those things is like, I know women, and I know when women are being women and when women are flirting versus just being cordial, right? A lot of people can still tell. I used to be the person that wasn't really understanding how men operated, and I can't claim to understand that I'm just a savant of men because I'm not. So a lot of things in past relationships would revolve around me being considered as flirting with other people when I don't consider myself to be really like a flirty person. Like I don't intentionally flirt with people, but I do understand that I have to be more careful about the way that I interact with other people so they don't get the idea of me being flirtatious.
Which is fair.
So I know that about myself, so I make a point to try to like I don't want to say not be as bubbly or outgoing because I don't consider myself. Yeah, I guess it's more so those things.
I know dudes, and sometimes they, I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Just like take it as, oh, she's into me, when it's like, no, I'm just
They'll take that
treating
shit
you like a
and run with
human.
it.
That's how I would get
But they
it.
do. I've seen it happen before.
Mhm.
Okay, there's a,
So I never wanted to be like in the situation of where I make him feel uncomfortable, or like I'm prioritizing someone else over him, because I want him to always know that he's a priority for me.
yeah.
But if like there was one day this girl was like, oh, you stink, tee hee hee, to Sunny. Bitch, go sit down in the motherfucking corner, because he doesn't stink. You don't think he stinks. You're just saying that because you wanted him to react to you in some type of way. I understand the game. Game begets game, bitch. Go sit down.
That's true.
Okay.
That which is funny because it comes to, sorry AC for bringing this up, but this situation where like I used to work at this cafe and there's a guy who was, everybody thought he was cute, whatever type shit. And everybody thought he was cute, and I was like, he was a young
Type shit.
20, I would say 29-year-old, I forget how old he was then, 29-year-old
We not unks.
chef,
My fault.
and he's a chef or whatever. And then
Okay.
he got close to this girl who is 25, married, and they were friends. Him being his nice personality, he didn't know what she was doing, and he was just very like, I was just being nice, like I didn't think anything of it. And us girls were looking at her like, girl, why are you touching him like that? Like, we're questioning everything that she does. And like, she does this thing because she's really small and petite, and I don't know why girls do this, but they use that to their advantage. And they're just like, I'm just touching you like that, running their hands through and just holding on to his arm. And I'm just like, what the fuck, girl, you're married. Why are you touching another dude like that? And he has a girlfriend that he's about to propose to. Why are you touching him like that?
Yeah, that's both of them.
No. It's not even both of them. He thinks it's just friendship, like genuine, because I had to sit him down. Like, we went to
Did he actually?
no, genuine.
Okay,
Genuinely, because I had to, because I had to
be
sit.
knowing though. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
That's true, but he
he
had a
You
nice.
just see what's going on. You
He's-
keep game. You know,
I know, but
regardless.
it-
You
Yeah,
got
that's what I'm saying.
going
The
on.
whole
Yes,
thing,
he-
I know, but the whole thing honestly went over his head, completely over his head. But it was to the point where it got so bad because even her husband was like, because she was that type of girl back in high school, like she got everything she wanted from a guy. Like whatever she wanted, she got it. Like she was that type of girl, and usually those type of girls don't settle early. She settled early, and I think that was the wrong move for him. But anyways, he got concerned about her bringing him over to her house while he was on a trip, which that never happened. But he doesn't trust
Whoa.
her.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait,
he,
what?
He does not trust her at all because of her past.
Her husband?
Her husband.
Oh, okay.
The guy never went to her
Those are
house.
broken,
He
yeah.
was like, that's not me, whatever. But it got to a point where we hung out, and I was like, listen, this is what people are saying about you. This is what I see from my perspective. You need to distance yourself because her intentions are not it. And he's like, he didn't understand what I was talking about. I'm like, listen, I am a female. We see what she's doing. She's doing that small girl manipulative, I'm just a girl type shit. Like, bitch, sorry. But actually, she is a bitch.
Say it with your chest.
No, she is a bitch.
Sit
Like,
down.
bitch, no, you're not. I understand that you're petite, you're small, you're skinny, whatever, but you have a whole fucking husband at 25. Be loyal to your husband. I'm sorry that your husband's short and you want tall guys. I'm so sorry, but he has somebody that he loves. He has somebody that he loves, and your petite shit is not working. You need to stop doing what you're doing. Like, people will be like,
Support our short kings out here.
but no, the thing is, people in our, like, the whole facility will be like, because his girlfriend came to his job and sat down, and they were all flirty, touchy, whatever, as couples should. and somebody made a comment like, "Ooh, someone's touching your man," to the girl that was flirting with him. And I was like, bro, what the fuck are y'all saying? That's how bad it was.
That's like having the work / husband, work wife, husband, work husband. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say.
Basically, yes. But it completely went over his head, and I had to sit him down. I'm like, bro, you need to stop doing that. And then eventually he got it, because then one of those motherfuckers called his now fiance fat. She laughed. And then she went for his birthday. They visited his house. They're sitting on their couch. They didn't introduce themselves to the wife. They didn't say, "Hey, do you need help to the wife?" Nothing. And I was just like, what? These motherfuckers. He finally cut them off. I was like, good for you. And she told me straight up, she's like, when he tells me he's hanging out with her, I get disgusted. But when he tells me he's hanging out with you, I get so happy, because I know you're not after my man. I'm like, girl, I would never be after your man. Don't worry. We're best friends.
If there was someone that I truly wasn't comfortable with my husband hanging out with, I'm sorry, y'all can hate me if you want to. You're not hanging out with them.
Right.
Because if you want to choose them over me, that will be our downfall. Because if there's someone there that is making me feel that way, and if we've had there's okay, I want to also clarify this.
Sounds like an insecurity, doesn't it?
Shit, but maybe it might be his insecurity, but it's not an unfounded insecurity. It's an insecurity of this person is pushing limits that we've already spoke about, and two,
Then
if I'm coming to my partner
and set them boundaries.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Let your work all the time.
my point, like that's my point exactly. But if my whole point is saying that if the situation arises, and like she said, the girl felt comfortable with him hanging out with Akari, but didn't feel comfortable with the other girl hanging out with her man, that's not unfounded. You know what I mean? You have insecure feelings, but just because you feel insecure doesn't always mean that it's just out of the blue or not. Right. There's no reason for it. So with that being said, like, if there is someone that I truly just don't feel comfortable with my husband hanging out with, one-on-one, you're not gonna me hugging nothing.
Right.
He ain't gonna be there.
Right.
And that's just what it is.
I think the fact that I'm just saying this as a general thought, I don't even know if she thinks this or anyways, but I think the fact is that he's not originally from Massachusetts, and he moved in with her, so he doesn't have, the only friends, quote unquote, that he has is his wife's friends, and he wanted his own group. I think that's why it went over his head, because he was truly looking for friends in the workplace, and I think that's the reason.
Yeah, for his instance, I don't think I would have been mad at him or anything like that, or even if it wasn't in this instance, I wouldn't be mad at all. But it's just one of those things, is like, you have to take heed when your partner is telling you something, and if you don't agree, at least looked at it. Why is it so hard for me to talk right now? If you don't agree, at least look at the situation objectively, right? Remove yourself from the situation and look at it like you aren't in the equation. If this person interacted with my partner the way that this person did, would I feel comfortable with it? Truly, like, ask yourself those questions. If I saw this happening with my friend, would I warn them about the behavior that I see? You know what I mean? And when you ask yourself those questions and put them in different perspectives, and you can kind of at least start gleaming what your partner feels. And then also on top of that, I applaud her for still trusting her man. You know what I mean? Like, trusting that he's not going to do anything but
props to him
also
too,
to not
because
train how she feels.
Yeah, but props to him too because he tells her everything. Anyways, whenever he hung out with her, he would tell her.
Yeah.
So she.
Wait, this was at work? He worked there too?
No, she didn't work there, but it was just.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost had him a work wife, me and so I was talking about earlier.
But yeah, no.
Nah, he should have picked up a little bit. I mean, because I've been out places. Like, I don't know why
I think
happens,
it was
but, like,
he did pick it up a little bit, but it was not to the point where it was concerning. I think it got.
maybe she didn't make enough, like, bold enough moon.
No, I don't think so. That's another. It was very subtle, but to him it wasn't loud enough. To us females, it was loud as fuck. We know your
Okay.
intentions.
I give him a pass this time.
Yeah, sometimes we're just.
He said this time.
This time.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I've been out before and, like, for example, I'll be in a bar, couple walks up, it's a girl or whatever. We're just chatting or whatever. Like, hey, how's the game? This actually happened to me last year. And, like, the wife, he just said they're introduced as wife and husband. And then the wife, like, switch spots and then starts, like, grabbing my arm, like, rubbing my, like, shoulder and all that. So I already picked that up.
No,
Oh,
that
yeah,
sounded
no,
like
she didn't
that
do
sounded
that.
like she wanted something and he
Yeah.
was a cuck. Like he was willing to watch.
That might be.
That
But
sound like
I'm just saying, like, I picked it up instantly. I'm like, all right,
the
that's kind of
bars you
weird.
going
Like, what's
to.
she- Whoa, brother. So,
yeah.
I'm not looking for that. I'm just saying. So I can,
Oh,
like,
there.
sometimes you can pick it up, especially if you're at work. That happened to me. A work person I'm talking to, same thing. I didn't think she said something. Next thing you know, we were talking for a little bit. But I was young and dumb, so I didn't really look at it
I
at all.
feel like it happens, right? Like even for me, like today, right? It may be nothing, but I don't know, right? Again, we don't know people's intentions. Like
What happened today?
today at work, right? I'm not
that's
gonna
trash.
explain what I do at work and stuff like that, but like for the last 3 days, I've had to work closely with a female employee regarding a huge, serious assignment that's been assigned to us, right? Now, before this assignment, we honestly, like, if it was just a quick message on like Microsoft Teams or whatever, it was a quick message, cool, this and that, third. But like the last 3 days, we've been more like, it's been literally like Skype calls, Zoom, whatever the case may be. I'm not saying what programs we use, but I'm just saying other programs, right? So we'll like Skype call every day if I need something, because I didn't have the perms to do a certain thing. You know, you got to get permissions and do certain stuff. And she had the perms. I'd reach out to her because again, we're both tag teaming this project, right? I reach out to her, hey, I need your assistance, this and that, third. We go ahead, we do it, we look at it together. It wasn't until like today, while we were talking and whatnot, and I can feel that she's more comfortable with me. She's talking, you know. I can hear the little, you know, the giggling, like, oh, you're so funny. Like I can hear all that, right? And I'm just like, oh. But again, it didn't strike me as anything because one, she is older, right? She's probably, I think she told me her daughter was like 20, so she's probably like mid 40s, early 50s, right?
Prime right there.
This guy,
This
this guy, right?
You know
So
what you
I'm like, okay, so I ain't think much of it, cause like she was telling me, you know, her daughter, she has to make lunch for her daughter, she's ready for her daughter to move out and all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm understanding and stuff like that, but like, I'm more listening to her talking, but like I'm just focused on this project that we have, right? And then I felt like something in me was just like, yo, mention you got a wife, bro. Like, so I brought back and I was like, hey, did I ever tell you that my wife works for the same company? Like, and then she was like, and then her whole demeanor changed like, after I brought it up. She was like, no. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know, something. So it's like, I felt like she was getting comfortable
Mm-hmm.
to where her tone was getting a little flirtatious, but she wasn't flirting. It was just the whole giggling thing, right? That I swear it was probably like she asked, "Have I seen any? Is there any concerts that I'm looking and going to?" Like I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Ali Sadiq thing that's coming up. Thinking about going to a Bruno Mars concert at the end of the year and stuff like that, right? And I felt like she was trying to make plans with me. You feel me? But like, I get it. Like, you're cute and all, but did you like my wife work here? Like, I'm about to go see her, like, and like her whole demeanor changed.
Yeah.
So
See, that's
I always ask that question.
What?
You gotta make sure, like, when you like. If you was out there and just single doing this, you always gotta ask that question or like mention that just to make.
That's true.
Because now you wasting 20 minutes. Like, just say, I'm single, seeing this girl now, and then we have this good conversation. I'm thinking it's going. I'm about to like ask her. Oh wait, my boyfriend's calling. This that would be tight. So you gotta throw a question in. You gotta see like who you here with.
I think it's also up to the other person to announce that as well. Because like
if they don't announce it,
if men approach me, I'm just like, for example, and I think we all have stories to tell today. There was someone earlier today that asked me out on a date, and I said, no, I have a boyfriend. And they were like, oh, okay, well, I have a boyfriend too, we can like hang out. And I'm like, no, what? No.
Weird.
Wait, this had a boyfriend too.
Yeah, he was like being funny, like kind of like, I have a boyfriend too, we can hang out. And I'm just like, can we? What did he say? Can we still? And I was like, no. And I walked
my
away.
boyfriend can hang out.
No. I just said, because I told him, I was like, no, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, well, we can, no. And then I walked away. So it's like, it's one of those things is like, you have to be, I'm not saying that being rude in every situation is the best way to go, but I don't play about mine. So I'm not going to wait for someone to do more than you've already done. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not going to give you the opportunity to be like, oh, but you're cute. You're this, that, and the third, da-da-da-da-da. Because I guess they glimpsed some type of like vibe from me because a girl in the same like area was asking me like questions like if what did she ask me? If your significant other was married and they're no longer married, but then the ex-wife always calls your now partner to like vent or to do things for them and all that, would you feel weird about it? And I said yes, I would feel weird about it, but I can't necessarily feel weird to the point where I'd give them the ultimatum type of thing. It's either them or me, but I would voice how that makes me feel and leave it in their ballpark to kind of figure out from there. Because as long as he's still keeping me as a priority and that other person knows that I am the person, the person that he should be focusing on, as long as they know it and they're actively showing that they know it, then, there's nothing that I can really do or say or get mad about until they cross that boundary, if we talked about that boundary. But then after that whole conversation followed up, he was like, I like that. And then that's when he asked. And then I was like, I have a boyfriend. No. Okay. You said what? No, thank you. And I left. So it's about putting your boundaries out there and making sure that reacting how you would want your partner to react. If someone walked up to Sunny and was like, hey, I think you're really cute, like your voice is really hot,
I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Oh, hell no. But
I would want them to react. Say that again.
It also like depends on like the person, because like there's some motherfuckers that are too friendly, right? But me, I truly don't like a lot of people, and it's not because like I just don't like them. It's just I'm not a super social person to begin with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Haitians have a term for that that's called sumun.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That's just people that's just a little too friendly.
Oh,
Yeah, like their greetings, like again, random stranger, their greetings, they get like really up close in your personal space. Like if it's a female, like literally pressing their boobs across on your shoulders just to get your sumun. Like you need to back up. You too close. You too much on people. That's what it is.
I also feel like too in Sonny's case is that I've seen how he reacts with different people, right? So like for example, I won't name names, but Akari, I think you might know them.
Ooh.
We're gonna blur it out, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
What's her name, babe?
Oh.
Ooh.
Fucking
Shit.
B.
not B, his friend. I don't know why I can't think of her name.
Fuck.
She wanted to talk to you before we started dating.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, what was her name?
His best friend?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What's her name?
The fuck is her? Oh,
Yeah, that motherfucker.
When I tell you I got so much satisfaction out of the way that he interacted with her, I mean, talk about instant gratitude, bro. It was like, because her and, we don't even have to add this to the podcast, but I just want to mention this. Her and B were like in the car with Sonny and I. He had went in to change his hair or something like that, and they were like basically hounding me, like questioning why I'm hanging out with Sonny when I should just let hang out with Sonny.
Huh?
And I'm just like, no, what? First of all, when did I ever ask or need your permission to hang out with whoever the fuck I want to hang out with? 2, he's a grown-ass man. If he wanted to hang out with whoever he wanted to hang out with, no one's stopping him. That's 1. Well, that's 2. So like, but I say all that to say is that
That's when you hang out with all the white folk.
but she really like had something to say about it when B like you shouldn't be talking about anything and you shouldn't be a mouthpiece for someone else, but he would literally shut her down. Like it was like you were saying how she would be super flirtatious with him. She would like try to go places with him and stuff like that. And Sonny would just be like, no. Like, why are you even talking to me type of energy right now?
Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Like, I like that shit. I like that. Be mean. I don't give a fuck. I like it. But that's my 2 cents on it too. But
Okay.
I think that's our time.
That must be nice.
I'll be in the Sunny DMs when I get you. Need the playbook.
But we appreciate everyone listening and joining us for another episode. This is episode 5.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah.
So we're episode 6 and we'll be halfway through the season. So it's been fun. I mean, I really do. I am happy that you guys joined us on our talk today, because I think that if anyone that's listening, you can take something from the conversation, and we'd like to hear from you guys commenting down below on whatever platform you're listening to us on, and joining the conversation.
Bye, real ones.
Peace.
I was so fucking dead.
Oh wait.
Try it again.
Yeah, I didn't know who was saying. I was like, oh my fault.
Oh,
You're not gonna say the Discord stuff like that you normally say?
What Discord?
Bitch.
She could just take it from the previous video and just put it on this one,
I don't remember.
But thank you, real ones. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and comment, and also join us at on our Discord and join the Let's Be So For Real fam.
Bye,
Bye, real ones.
Hey,
Let me know if I was too nonchalant this episode. I just need that to prove to somebody.
Mr. Nonchalant.
You guys pick it out.
Didn't even really talk.
That's my name.
Nah, Akari was a nonchalant one today.
Yeah.
I just want to, just pair the comments from last.
I thought she fell asleep at one point.
No, I didn't fall asleep. It's just that I don't really have any experience in this segment of things, so that I can't really say anything about
nothing. You ask questions. You the motherfucker.
Right, you're supposed to be the evil lady.
The evil
Oh,
one.
sorry,
That's crazy.
Not evil, but you're supposed to open.
I am
Okay,
open-minded.
motherfucker.
Waters.